Alright, no starting soon scan today. I kinda... Well, it wouldn't be true to say I don't have time for it, but I don't have time that I would like to waste on it. Yeah, kinda, I don't know. Okay, everything seems to be working, so this goes here. I suppose we'll just do Wordle instead of starting soon. It's kinda the same amount of time usually. Let me just skip the flashbang. Okay, there we go. Right. Normal start. Could be worse. Fuck. Not having E or P kind of fucks all the options I have with SI. I don't know why. Fuck it. Okay, I in the middle. Good to know. I wanna do something like this. Okay, it's not heist. Right, rest will do. I mean, I had the right idea. The only thing left to understand is what the fuck to do with that idea. Okay, not twist. Fuck. I have just a bit of like filter about the letters, but it really doesn't leave a whole lot. Fuck. Okay, Charlie, that you? I mean, it's a step in the right direction, I suppose. Hoist the mainsail. Yep. Okay. Or yeah, I don't know. Right. So that's that done. Didn't take a whole lot. Right. So I had no good ideas what to do today, but I did like open a bunch of YouTube videos and I don't know, let's hope there is something fun or at least something to yap about, cause shit's been crazy around here, man. Okay, so right, let's put this. Maybe not turn it off yet. Okay, so first off, there is this guy, Ethan on everything. Did these games actually get robbed on Game of the Year? Now that's an interesting fucking question. Also, I am not seeing KCD2 here, so we have a problem. I mean, it was 6 months ago, so fair enough, I suppose. Still. Guess he was too early on this one.
I'm gonna keep it real with you, dog. I've been doing content creation for like 3 years. I put Game of the Year discussions as like top 3 most toxic discussions you can have on the internet just ever. Brother, there are so many things I would rather discuss than like whether my game subjectively should be beating your game in the Game of the Year contest that are designed by people that are basically
Look, every discussion on the internet is a toxic discussion, let's be real. Fuck you, by the way.
Anonymous that definitely don't have any special interest at all. I'm sorry, that's a whole other thing. And like here's the problem with the Game of the Year discussion. Even if my game, like I could say I don't care. If my favorite game loses to Nintendo again, I will still get fired up, dog. I'm sorry if that this is made way before the Game of the Year of this year. If Expedition 33 loses to Donkey Kong Bonanza, there's probably a video out of me somewhere crashing out, dog.
Well,
okay,
I
and that got
mean,
me thinking. I already made a video.
I don't think it did, but like Donkey Kong did get something, I believe.
Ranking all of the Game of the Years of the past decade. Now, I'm going to be ranking the games that I believe either were robbed or are definitely a second place, okay? Because when we're looking at Game of the Year discussion, do you know who gets buried in that discussion? The people that lose, even though arguably speaking, some of these games, in my humble opinion, that I'm going to illustrate to you in this video, I believe were robbed completely and utterly, and I will offer up some reasoning for why I believe that. Okay, that is going to be the video. From the year 2014 all the way up to the year of 2024, we are going to be going through games that I believe were robbed or deserved a bit more rewards.
Like, within 10 years, you could make probably 10 videos like this about the games that were kinda robbed.
So. Game of the Year award. Okay, if this video sounds entertaining, you consider like, comment, and subscribe. We're trying to get the 250,000 subscribers before the end of the year. No, not 300. No, that's small potatoes. 500,000 subscribers before the release of GTA 6. So that is the goal.
That's the spirit.
All you gotta do, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon to stay notified. I'm gonna be
we'll see about that.
Let's get into games that I believe were robbed of Game of the Year. Let's go. 2014 Shadow of Mordor. Yeah! Dude, let me tell you.
Okay. Can I be real here immediately? Sure, we'll see. I don't know what the fuck was Game of the Year in 2014. Maybe it did kinda get robbed. But I believe... so they had this system where orc commanders are like trying to get revenge on you and basically are becoming like your nemesis. I believe they did call it nemesis system, and they patented that shit, so you know, other games can't use it. And like, can I be real here? When you do that shit, you deserve to get robbed. Fuck you.
Tell you something, bro. Shadow of Mordor. Let me load up my my doc of who won Game of the Year. I know this year it was Dragon Age Inquisition, but like.
Okay, well. Despite what I just said, I mean, this was definitely better than Inquisition. At least, like, you know, launch Inquisition.
Some of these I just admittedly forgot, okay? Because the Game of the Year one, I got the years wrong, and to be frank with you, I'm sorry. Shadow of Mordor versus Dragon Age Inquisition. I'm gonna keep it real with you, dog. I think Shadow of Mordor arguably should have won. I'm gonna keep it real. Is it a downright robbery? Absolutely not. However, I think Shadow of Mordor, with it, what it does with the Nemesis system, okay? And let me just tell you something. There's only one bad part about the Nemesis system, and I'll explain it really quick, okay?
Uh-huh.
The Nemesis system was something that was integrated into Shadow of Mordor to begin with, and then was put in the Shadow of War. It was made by Monolith Studios, which is owned by Warner Bros. And basically what it is it is the system that wherever you go on the map, if a random enemy takes you out, that random enemy will remember its time being around you, and that random enemy can become a straight up, like, boss fight to the end of the game. You can actually have beef with enemies in this game. I just need that to be stated, okay? The idea that the game actively learns how to beat you and will construct enemies to be able to beat you. And I'm gonna be real here, but I
wouldn't say that much, to be honest.
People talk about, like, what is an actual use case of, like, AI? Dude, I ain't gonna lie to you. Having an AI and a Nemesis system go hand in hand, where there's actually something that like remembers the last time it was facing you, and like the robot from Incredibles is actively trying to create new strategies to be able to beat you. I'll be honest with you, I don't hate that use case. I don't. Okay? And that was so groundbreaking in Shadow of Mordor that no other company even attempt to beat that, okay?
I wonder why.
still hasn't been done outside of Shadow of War. Shadow of War, it was even better, and now these characters actually have lines that can build off some stuff that happened afterwards, and things were going good. And then Warner Bros. Announced that they are not going to allow Monolith Studios to make their next game, and have closed down the Nemesis system and copywriting it until the year, I think it's 2032. We will no longer get the Nemesis system until the year 2032 because Warner Bros. Did a little bit of innovating and they copyrighted the shit out of it.
Isn't that right, huh? So yeah, fuck this game.
I'm sorry, bro. The Shadow of Mordor, I like Shadow of Mordor more than I like Dragon Age Inquisition. And I know somebody's going to say, oh, well, that's a gimmick. I reward innovation. Shadow of Mordor did more innovating.
Well, one step forward, two steps back,
It just didn't allow it to proliferate. I'm going to put it in, I'll put it great now. I might move it down later on. Do I believe it was robbed? It's not that egregious, but I would personally pick Shadow of Mordor over Dragon Age Inquisition. But that's purely, like, what my opinion. 2015, Bloodborne versus Witcher 3. Oh, bro, that's stacked. Nope. That's crazy, actually.
Yeah, that is short stacks.
Bloodborne versus Witcher 3. The truth is, bro, is I could be a deluded FromSoft fan, and I can say Bloodborne got robbed. However, I'm just going to admit it right now. Witcher 3 is a legitimate masterpiece, okay? Literally one of the top 3 games to be released within the past decade. I put Witcher 3, Elden Ring, and Baldur's Gate 3 in the same conversation of innovative game design as, like, together.
What's Elden Ring doing there? What the fuck? Like, not to hate on Elden Ring, but it's a Souls game with a jump button. That's the innovation?
When I'm looking at Bloodborne, the truth is Bloodborne has some of the best world design I've seen in any FromSoft game. It has a world design that isn't done very often. It does the very dark gothic very, very well. The weapons are some of the best in the entirety of FromSoft games. The enemy design is amazing. The bosses are good. Everything's great in this game. Lovecraftian inspired gothic like architecture. I dig it. I love it. And I'm going to keep it real here, dog. I could say it was robbed, but I'm not going to say it. I think Bloodborne, like, losing to Witcher 3 is more than fair. I think Bloodborne 100% was number 2 there. I'm going to put Bloodborne. I think you have to put it in an amazing. If I have to move one up to robbed, I'll move one up to robbed, but I already see one that I...
Like, maybe it was robbed, but, you know, just by being released in their own fucking year. Sorry. Tough neighborhood.
I already know I'm going to put in robbed, but I'm going to put Bloodborne in amazing, and I think that's valid. 2016, Overwatch 1 Game of the Year versus Titanfall 2. Yes, I'm doing Titanfall 2. I could have done Doom 2016, and you can make an argument that Doom 2016 should have beaten Overwatch, but I'm going to be real here. Overwatch just had an otherworldly level of a gooner fan base, and it did do a good level of, like, the hero shooter innovating. Now,
and I am not saying that's bad. In fact, you know what? I am saying it's good.
Already said this. I think Overwatch has overall contributed to a net negative in the entirety of gaming, but I think it's a good game. Another example of this, Fortnite. I think Fortnite has done unbelievable damage to gaming as an entirety and normalized a lot of very predatory business practices and kind of like,
sure.
I'm gonna sound like a
if
boomer.
You're talking about business practices,
Fortnite doing the crossovers, I like it because they do it the best. Call of Duty doing these crossovers is just cringe. And before you hit me with Call of Duty was always goofy. Buddy, you know there was a different level of goofy from the original Modern Warfare games all the way up to what we got now. There was a point where it was super goofy as it was pretty respectful and grounded. You know there was a point to there. No, it was never a full-out mill sim, but it was respectful of what it was adapting. Modern Call of Duty just isn't. I'll just be honest with you. Brother,
I have no opinion on Call of Duty,
now a character inside of Call of Duty.
Wait, what? Oh, let me just check if I got that right.
Isn't. I'll just be honest with you. Brother, Beavis and Butthead is now a character inside of Call of Duty. I need that to be stated. What the fuck are we talking about?
Okay. I'm not sure if that is terrible or fucking awesome. I sure see his point.
Okay. Titanfall 2? Dude, you know what pisses me off about that? Like, actually makes me mad? The fact that Titanfall 2, because it didn't win Game of the Year, literally got shelved forever by EA because they released it at the worst possible time because they didn't want to make another one. Titanfall 2 deserved so much better. And you want me to be honest with you?
Okay, fair.
I'm not gonna put it in robbed, because to be robbed you also have to be a masterpiece, and I acknowledge that there are problems with Titanfall 2, but I hold Titanfall 2 in a different level of standard than I do Overwatch. I don't get mad at Overwatch because I don't expect anything from Overwatch. I've played it, didn't really like it. Whenever I play Overwatch, it's like I don't expect much. Okay? That's just...
I mean, it was good when it launched. But, yeah.
That's the truth. When I'm looking at Titanfall 2, everything from the enemy AI to the movement tech to the weapons to the Titans, I have to put it, and it is an amazing game, dude. No. Ugh! I'm gonna put it in amazing. I do put it above Shadow of Mordor slightly because this is certain level how much they got robbed, and certain level how great I think the game is.
And certain level that Shadow of Mordor did more bad than it did good for the industry.
That is how I'm roughly ranking this, if I'm being for real. But I think this is pretty fair. If anything, I would move Titanfall 2 down and move Shadow of Mordor down to good if I'm going to fill out these tiers. Actually, I'm going to fill out these tiers if I'm being honest. 2017,
hey, sure.
Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild 1, Horizon Zero Dawn, did it get robbed? No.
No.
No. Not at all. Not even a remote robbery. You know, bro. Dude, Horizon Zero Dawn got hilariously unlucky. Dude, I've said this multiple times. It's not even a hot take. This is just a room temperature take at this point. Horizon Zero Dawn's greatest sin is it literally releases by the biggest games of the decade. Like, I'm not even kidding you.
Dude, Horizon Zero Dawn's biggest sin is that it is so fucking mid for what it actually is. Like, you have a redhead chick with a bow hunting robot dinosaurs. And somehow that game is, like, anywhere less than absolutely fucking great. How do you even do that shit?
Horizon Zero Dawn somehow releases by Zelda Breath of the Wild and Elden Ring. I'm sorry, dude. The only way you can become more unlucky is if Horizon Zero Dawn 3 or Horizon whatever comes out the week or the day of GTA 6. You literally cannot get more unlucky than that. Horizon Zero Dawn, it's a pretty good game. It's a pretty good game. I would put it, it's pretty good.
Like,
it's a pretty
it's
good
okay.
game. I'll put it in meh because I need to fill out these tiers. You know what? I'm going to name meh to good, and I'm going to name good to very good. I think that's fair.
No balls.
Actually, I think that's a better description of these. Horizon Zero Dawn, all of well, it kind of is a basic open world, but I think the enemy design, I think the world design, I think the weapons are fun in this game. I think Aloy is actually a pretty underrated lead, and I think we're taking all of that into account, I think Horizon Zero Dawn earns a spot as it's a good game. Was it robbed? Absolutely not. Zelda clears, and it's not even close, dude. 2018, God of War 1, I believe RDR2 was robbed. Legitimately, now this is where I'm putting my flag in the sand. It's not even a hot take to say RDR2 got robbed. You realize that? Like, when people say, like, what's your gaming hot take, and you...
Like, look, I am not a Rockstar fan in the slightest, but God of War, like, story is great. The game as a whole is, like, not that great, you know? So, yeah, sure. I'll take this.
RDR2 got robbed of Game of the Year. Nobody even bats an eye at that take anymore. And it's not because, well, it's a popular bad take. No. RDR2, with given more like, it's been years, dude. It has been, oh my goodness, bro. It's been 8 years since RDR2 has come out. I want you to think about that. RDR2 has become, like, oh my goodness, yeah, it's not even a hot take. It's literally a room temperature take. RDR2, years afterwards, is still as relevant to the conversation of gaming than any other game that's come out so far this year. I want you to think about that. God of War, and I love God of War.
That's because Rockstar games have a ton of fans. I don't get it, but sure. It is a fact. and they don't make new games ever. I mean, is RDR2, like he said at ATX, is it still like the last thing they released? I'm not sure, but it might be.
God of War. I'm going to bring up God of War Ragnarok later on in this video. But when I'm really looking at this, RDR2 legitimately got robbed of Game of the Year. I have no clue how it didn't win. I'm sorry, it is actually kind of insane how it didn't. It has better world design, do get better world design, way better story. I will fight you on that. God of War, you know what? Hot take, crass out. God of War Ragnarok legitimately fucking destroys some of the story building and the world building that they were doing of the original God of War.
Well, that's not really relevant now, is it?
2018. God of War 2018 story looks so much worse in hindsight once you find out what happens in Ragnarok. And I'll say this right now. I'll talk about more of this in God of War Ragnarok. God of War Ragnarok's story is you can tell. You can legitimately tell when the writers were like, it. Let's just end it. It. Yeah, dude, Ragnarok. Done. Dude, it is... Oh! I hate how quickly Ragnarok ends. It is so fast. And then they want to say, oh, well, no, I can't. RDR2 has a way better story. The characters, I would argue, are...
So RDR2 has a better story than God of War 2018 because God of War Ragnarok. Like, I'm not even disagreeing with the statement, but do you see a problem here?
Arthur Morgan. Dude, and this is where it's unfair. They'll be like, well, Kratos is a better character than Arthur Morgan. Arthur Morgan got one game! One game, dude! I'm sorry, dude. God of RDR2 legitimately robbed a Game of the Year. It is a masterpiece. It is on here. Dude, when I was talking about the Game of the Year of the past decade, RDR2 made it on the list because most people believe RDR2 got robbed. I'm sorry, dude. With the benefit of hindsight, I have no clue how God of War won. And I love that game. I do. RDR2 is just better. It simply is just better. I'm sorry, robbed. 2019...
I mean, I agree with RDR got robbed. I disagree with most of what he said in between.
Sekiro wins Game of the Year, Death Stranding. Did it get robbed? No. No, it didn't.
No, Walking Simulator didn't get robbed. I still fucking... God damn it. I hate the fact that, like, none of the Dark Souls got Game of the Year. I think. The fucking Bloodborne didn't get Game of the Year. And then fucking Sekiro does it. I hate this fact so much.
You know what, bro? I will face on the Kojima fans right now on this one. I think Kojima is an objectively, absurdly talented gaming developer. I think what he did with Metal Gear Solid 5, I think what he's done with Metal Gear as a whole is exceedingly impressive. I actually think one of the greatest things that Kojima has ever created is a game that was never fully made, and that being PT. When people make the joke that Kojima was the guy to help resurrect Resident Evil, and some people get angry when I say that. It's like, well, Resident Evil wasn't actually dead. Resident Evil was 100%, just about every single metric that I could show you was in a downward trajectory. I don't know why people get pressed when I bring that up. No. Resident Evil was undeniably going in a downward trajectory. Why do you think they took a break for Resident Evil 7 and then reinvented the franchise? Okay? And they did it directly because of PT. This is admitted to by their developers. Kojima has a mind that is literally built for horror games. Okay? And I'm saying all of this because this is what I'm going to say. I don't like Death Stranding. I don't like it as nearly as much as some other people. I think Death Stranding 1 is like an 8. I think it's an 8 out of 10. And I think Death Stranding 2 is literally just more of the same, and that's an 8. I'm just not loving it. And it's weird because Death Stranding 2 gets praised for a lot of the same things that we get mad at Ubisoft for. It is large, empty, open world. Is a large majority of your game. And this is where it bothers me. I get mad at Ubisoft, I'll get mad at Death Stranding. The part that bothers me is Kojima fans will call it innovative game design. No, it's not. The combat is not innovative. Do you know what is innovative? The optimization of Death Stranding 1 and 2 is otherworldly. That is groundbreaking. Do you know what else is groundbreaking? The enemy design is groundbreaking. Some of the world design is amazing. The gameplay is not innovative. It just isn't. I have not one moment of me playing Death Stranding I thought to myself, holy shit, this is innovative game design. I've seen it in other games, and I've arguably seen it done better. Weapon play, done way better in Ghost Recon. I'll say that. Ghost Recon Wildlands has better gunplay than Death Stranding. I have no clue.
I mean, just seems kinda unfair at that point. I feel like in Death Stranding it's definitely less of a focus, you know?
People are huffing to say otherwise. That's crazy, dude. I'm sorry. Death Stranding, I think it's good.
It's
I
like
think
saying
it's good.
it has
I would literally rather
worse
play all
gunplay
of these games
than, I don't
Stranding.
know, fucking
That's
CS,
a matter
Battlefield,
of opinion.
whatever.
I get it. I'm sorry, bro. I just need y'all to understand how I view this. 2020. Last of Us Part 2 won Game of the Year. I believe Doom Eternal got robbed. I know I could have said...
Literally anything at that point would be, yes, it got robbed.
Ghost of Tsushima, but no, wait. Ghost of Tsushima. I could say that. I think narratively you can make an easier argument. I think Ghost of Tsushima at this point is an underrated game because the amount of people that want to say, oh, well, it's mid. I'm sorry, bro. If it took you 5 years to say a game was mid, it's not mid. It took 5 years of gameplay flacing to admit that, then it's not mid. I'm sorry. That's how I view it. Doom Eternal is so fucking good. From a gameplay standpoint, and this is how I leverage it. This is how I when I'm ranking my criteria. Gameplay reigns supreme. I will overlook how confusing a story is, how bad a story is, if your gameplay can fucking carry. Okay? And when I'm looking at Doom Eternal, I'll say this. Last of Us Part 2 has amazing gameplay. It's the story, weirdly enough, that actually starts dragging it down a little bit. Okay? When I'm looking at Doom Eternal, Doom Eternal's gameplay is arguably the best an FPS has ever had since Titanfall 2. I'll say that. The only other games that I put in terms of level of gameplay loop that I would even, near the same argument as a Doom Eternal would be like a Titanfall 2. Other than that, dude, Doom Eternal reigns unbelievably supreme. And I'll say this right now. Do I believe it was robbed? No. However, you know what? I'm going to say Doom Eternal is an amazing game that you can make an argument of a robbery, but at the end of the day, it won best FPS of the year. I'm okay with that. Top of amazing. I think that's valid. 2021, It Takes Two won Game of the Year. I believe Resident Evil Village was robbed. Yes. And I understand this is a matter of opinion.
Yeah. Sure. Not to hate on It Takes Two, but once again, I would say basically anything at that point is robbed.
I 100% understand this. I'm not gonna tear into It Takes Two. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna tear into it. Resident Evil Village, in my opinion, should have just won Game of the Year. Oh, why could you say that? I don't enjoy It Takes Two. I just don't. Oh, what do you mean by I just don't?
Look, it's a co-op game that is... I don't wanna call it friends lop, you know, but it is a game that is just a co-op game, that's the entirety of it. And I feel like it's not quite... I don't know, in terms of Game of the Year, it should kinda be a negative, yeah? Because, the game is... most positives of the game come from whoever the fuck you're playing it with, not from the game itself. Even if this one does have something of a story.
Literally just don't. I understand this is a very big matter of opinion. Resident Evil Village, far better story. Far better story. It's not even close to me. And this is the problem when we're having this conversation. If you bring up the argument, oh, well, how can you compare these two games? I agree with you. It's wild that these two have to be compared. The problem is that they have to because they were both Game of the Year nominated. They're vastly different games. I 100% agree with you. I think Resident Evil Village got robbed. I'm gonna put it in robbed. It's not as egregious as RDR2, but oh my goodness, bro, Village. Yeah, I'll say robbed.
Okay, that's a good description.
2022, yeah. Elden Ring won Game of the Year. Did God of War Ragnarok get robbed? No, literally no. Like not even.
Probably
no, not at all.
No.
I'm not even kidding. Nah. Brother, I'm sorry. You can make an argument Horizon Forbidden West is the same level of robbed as God of War Ragnarok is. God of War Ragnarok's story's pacing is good up until the last bit. Dude, the last 10% of this game is so unbelievably rusty. You can literally feel when the writers were told by Sony to wrap this Norse shit up. It is...
Huh. I need to think for like a minute. I mean, I don't necessarily feel like the latter part got like rushed way too much. I think maybe even the rest of it could have been faster paced. Like, I will agree that there is a mismatch, but as much as I enjoy fucking 100 hours RPGs, I am not sure like which part of the pacing is better. You know what I mean? But there is a mismatch.
Like, play God of War Ragnarok under that lens. The finale of this game is so quick. The pacing is so weird in this game, dude. I'm sorry, that is weird. I do not like that at all, okay? When I'm looking at it through that lens, Elden Ring is a superior game in just about every way. My personal game of the decade, not even a question. I think Elden Ring is the game of the decade. The only other game that I would put against it would be like a Witcher 3 or a Baldur's Gate. But other than that, bro, when I'm looking, comparing it to God of War Ragnarok, I put God of War Ragnarok. I think it's a great game.
And
yeah,
a lot of stuff would win.
Robbery. Great game, but not a robbery.
Not to say that I'm a hater, but I kinda am.
3 won Game of the Year. Did Zelda Tears of the Kingdom get robbed?
No.
I don't think so. I don't think so. I'm gonna be real here. I'm not very strongly opinionated on this one because I'm not a big Nintendo fan. I'll just keep it real with you. There's certain games I have to give respect on it. I know Zelda Tears.
I am more of a Nintendo hater, so yeah, fuck that noise.
of the Kingdom is a great game. I know that for certain. But at the same time, dog, Baldur's Gate 3, I'm very happy they won. And I'm not even, again, like, I'm not a big fan of Baldur's Gate 3 either. I'm an Elden Ring fanboy. I acknowledge that. Zelda.
Okay, when you bring it up that much, it starts to sound like a problem.
I'm sure it's an amazing. I'm not very heavily opinionated on this one. I played some of it. I liked parts of it. Other than that, like, you ever play a game and you understand why it's loved, but it's personally not your thing? That's how I feel about Zelda.
That's me and the entire Resident Evil series. Like, yeah, I played. I can see that it's good. I played for like an hour and I'm kind of like, okay, let me do just fucking anything else.
Zelda games. I understand why it's popular, not my thing. Baldur's Gate 3 winning, I'm sorry, it literally propelled game design forward for the entirety of turn-based games. I have to give it that respect, and for that...
I mean, maybe because it hit. Divinity was way better. In terms of, like, game design for turn-based.
I'm putting Zelda. It's an amazing game, but I put it right there. 2024, did Astrobot rob Black Myth Wukong?
Yes, and it doesn't even matter which game you put as a second one.
Do you want to know what I think the problem was? The problem is that platformers, for a large portion of the gaming audience, and you can actually argue the majority because the majority of the gaming audience is not playing Astrobot, for the majority of the gaming audience are just not a big fan of platformers. Okay? I played it. I understand the hype for it. Not my personal thing. But Black Myth Wukong is literally the lowest rated critic game to ever get nominated for Game of the Year. But this is where people lose me. When people say the game was bad. No, it wasn't. I'm sorry, dude. The amount of bad reviews I saw from games journalists on this game was so actively, like, mind-blowing that I'm like, what do you mean you think the game's bad because it lacks diversity? I'm literally playing as a monkey, Felisa. What are you talking about, dude? You want to talk about, like, some stuff? I'm not...
That's like the entirety of it.
They got mad at the game for lacking in diversity, and you saw that, and you're like, okay, so it doesn't have a lot of enemy types. No! They got mad that the only women in the game were 3 spider women. Are you serious? Are you serious right now? Get out of here, dude. I wouldn't say it's a 9. I wouldn't say it's like an 8.5. I think Black Myth Wukong's a better game than Death Stranding. Oh, that's my hot take. Black Myth Wukong's a better game than Death Stranding 2. That's my hot take. That's my...
How the fuck is it a hot take?
Hot take here. I think it's very good. I hold it in that regard. Was it robbed?
Yes.
It's a matter of conjecture. Am I an Astrobot fan? No, I'm biased. But Black Myth Wukong, admittedly, it's just a very good game. It's not anything too high. And there you go. Those are some games to come out within the past decade that I may or may not think were robbed of Game of the Year, okay? Leave it in the comment section down below if you think that they were robbed or not, or what other games got robbed or not. I didn't do all of the nominations because that admittedly would take way longer, and I want to keep the Tuesday videos to like a sorter-esque video.
Right. I don't think we need his outro. That was mostly reasonable, I would say. Wanna check the comments? As a Bloodborne stan, I got over the fact that Witcher 3 won, but not nominating the OSTs of Bloodborne, now that's a major crime. Wait, it didn't get nominated for music? Okay. I do have a problem with that, holy shit. Uncharted losing to fucking Overwatch is beyond me. Yeah, multiplayer games just need to fuck off from Game of the Year entirely. Like, multiplayer exclusive games, that is. God of War vs. RDR is nowhere near as egregious robbery as Ghost of Tsushima vs. Last of Us 2. Last of Us 2 is one of the most polarizing games ever released, and it somehow won Game of the Year over a game that's universally beloved. Like, as much as I am with the haters of Last of Us 2, I am not sure that that kind of polarization necessarily must go against it. I would say it's pretty fucking equal. I don't know. Doom Eternal not at least winning best soundtrack? Sure. Once again, what was Doom Eternal against? Last of Us. Right, yeah, no, fuck that. The fact that Dark Souls 3 wasn't even nominated. See, that is what I'm talking about. Not fucking Sekiro's or Bloodborne's or fucking Elden Ring. Why the fuck was Dark Souls 3 nowhere near? Or Dark Souls 1? No, I'm not going there. I do have standards, sorry. Okay, 2018 was stacked, God of War, RDR, and Spider-Man. I don't know how I feel about putting Spider-Man in there. Like... And I don't know why. It's a hella fun game, but... Like, seeing it in that lineup somehow rubs me the wrong way, you feel me? Xenoblade 3 not winning best soundtrack in 2022. Okay, that I have no opinion on. We were robbed of a king tier list. I mean, I have no context. No context. This is the first video I'm seeing from that guy, but I fully agree. God of War games needed to be a trilogy. Maybe, maybe not. I don't fucking know. DS3 not even getting nominated was a bigger crime than all of these combined. See, that's where I'm at. Biggest strawberry is this guy still in the H from Shadow. You know what? I must be too nice to say anything about it, but that was bugging me. Okay, well, that will do. I guess we're done with this one. This was nice. Okay, our shitposting. Okay. Let's do some shitposting in the middle.
Dodgeball is never this serious.
This is like Tron Legacy level shit, and I'm here for it. This is awesome.
If you've played Dodgeball before, you know it's this serious. I'm about to
Also,
be the
yeah.
happiest person on the planet. Bro, why does my apple look so apple? It looks perfect. Cheers for the helpful information,
Yeah.
train. Next station, I don't know. Officer Meow reporting
I mean, at least he's honest, huh?
for duty. Saber, saber, but it's Japanese.
Oh, yeah. Well, that guard looks great, by the way.
Pennywise is getting lazy. Just go in there, man. Just go in there. I got an Amazon package with nothing
What in the pocket, pussy?
in it. I didn't order anything. That's why it's empty. Duh. Why was he so upset about a broken plate? Just buy a new one. That's what the show is about, idiot. Breaking equals bad. Me, chilling,
Okay.
knowing my boyfriend is having a lake trip with his boys. We are throwing a toilet off a cliff.
Hell yeah. Throwing things off a cliff is the best. But I need to know, was it in the water or on the ground? It doesn't really matter in terms of it being better or worse, I just need to know.
Kind of stuff your mum sends you after you have one disagreement. He won't bite you, he just wants to smell you. Have you ever
Nice.
had a how the hell did I get this scratch before? History repeats itself.
Every other one. It's like all the time. How the fuck? I'm pretty sure if I was to search, I could find one now that I don't have any idea how I got. I don't even think I have any sketches, so any of them would be a surprise.
A peanut M&M on my kitchen floor. This is the kind of stuff dogs would post online if they were sentient. How I sleep
Yeah,
after yet
kinda.
another long day of doing absolutely nothing except playing video games and listening to music. Parents, make sure
Awesome.
you put some money aside for the future. The future? Bulgarians celebrate this
True.
pothole's 6th birthday. Aside for the future. The future? Bulgarians celebrate.
See, this last word in blue, right? In Ukrainian, that would be specifically butthole. So I'm just looking at this and huh. Also, like the previous word, like we don't have this one specifically, right? The closest one would be sweaty. So the blue line is, in that case, 6-month sweaty butthole. Ain't that right?
This pothole's 6th birthday. The dealership didn't even have to tell me this was American made. iPhone screws,
Yep.
so tiny. Or you have a really big finger. Yeah, it's hard to tell without a banana. How can I understand
Excuse me? It's Matchbox, man. Come on.
this when there's no banana for scale? The cold season, October to December. The cold season, January to April. I put your face outside my parents' window. I got a new door handle. Ignore sprinkles. Grandma fell down the stairs. Why did you take a photo? The plug said he was
Why
here,
not?
but this is all I saw. Do not let him see you. The clanker would not recognize the Garden of Eden. It is not made of mud and cannot dream of returning to dust. Words cannot describe how
what?
genuinely freaky this looks. Top
This
female
looks
streamers
fucking awesome.
versus the top male streamers. When
Fuck.
genuinely freaky this looks. Top female streamers
Yeah, that looks right.
versus the top male streamers. When you're on hour 5 of lying in your bed with your eyes closed, but you still haven't fallen asleep, so you genuinely start tweaking. Dude, it's the first question. Are you kidding me? Does your character play the piano with the PP? Chinese
Nah. That character is my president, by the way. Fuck.
trap streamer busted for being a real girl, causing outrage among fans.
Terrible.
They wanted the girl to be a boy. Femboy. I don't think she's perfected the puppy dog eyes yet. Hello, sir. I find your wallet. I go now to police at the station, and you pick it up there. I take $5 from wallet to buy hot dog. I am hungry, and you owe me. I save you. Have a good day, bro.
What in the Chinese guy message?
I went from Zeus to vacuum cleaner salesman.
True.
I bring a sort of
No
although
notes.
tomorrow vibe to the today that tomorrow me doesn't really like. Tomorrow me doesn't appreciate any of my actions. What else am I supposed
Yep.
to do? Please don't wait in our waiting room. How old is the universe? Bro, I don't know, like 6-7 billion years? Okay, bro. My grandma drives so slow, it says she's on a bike. That's dangerous driving that slow. POV, you customized an ugly pillow of your hamster. These hamsters always look like they're struggling to breathe, you know? They're being suffocated by their own body. How it feels, forgetting a
Well,
word in
that
your
one
own
sure
language,
does.
but knowing it in English. Straight men finding out liking femboys/twinks is gay. No, it's not. It's not gay. Almost forgot that this is the whole point. How guys feel after they change their profile picture to this one. As women hit 35, they hit the wall. Meanwhile, men gain value with age. Age is just a number. Woman fell in love with a man, 45 years older, without knowing he was a millionaire. She also not know
Oh,
he's
yeah.
pregnant. 8-year-old me, thinking the game will load faster if I acted like I didn't care. Why did everyone think like this? It's not like there were videos talking about this when
I mean, it did feel that way, so that's why.
I was a kid. I thought like this. Target durability test. That's a lot of weight. Pretty durable. How much weight are you trying to test?
Hella durable.
No one is forcing you to do this, bro. No one is forcing you to do this, bro. Damn, bro stole my comment and got more likes. Even stole the emojis too. Damn, bro stole my... Yep. In Cars, Lightning McQueen is splashed with mud by Sally. But then you realize there was no mud on the road in that scene. Why did you leave your last job? Why did your last employee leave? 2021, no girlfriend, no money, no cats. 2023, nope, but we got Willie. 2025, and we got Dalton. Why are they so fat? What do you mean tomorrow? Tomorrow,
yeah.
your life is already planned.
Boneless
Everything is
cats.
predetermined. This is how you know I'm not in the ghetto anymore. Bunch of cyclists. I'm just trying to get my Chipotle, dog. and they will keep on reminding you you'll be single forever. How it
Yep.
feels to spend money on basic necessities instead of stuff you want. I'll knock all of
Uh-huh.
this over. I don't care if it's Valentine's Day. If I don't have one, no one can get one. When the Chinese restaurant has wide Sprite, and
Wait,
it's the
what
same
the
price as regular.
That. Is that a Sprite or is that a hockey puck?
Nice. Bro, I'm finna quit. They're gonna make you scan all of that. El Reggio di Fibonacci. Language barrier be damned. Being poor at the Scholastic Book Fair as a kid turned me into a monster. I remember buying the Minecraft books at a fair. This watermelon tastes weird. Has it got a woody taste to it? Or a farming while saving a baby? Give me
I mean, it probably tastes of blood by that point.
my damn kid, man. This isn't tough, bro. Put on some clothes. What do you mean? He's the guy who wears shorts in cold weather. Everyone knows a guy who does this. Chubby girl.
I was that guy. Then I got old. Now I just... now I can't do that shit. Suddenly it's cold. Hate it. Like, the worst part is... Here's the thing, right? It would kinda be better if it was through the entire scale, right? So, like, it used to be that in the summer I'm just always hot no matter what I wear. Then, as the temperature goes down, I am, like, in t-shirt and shorts and I'm just, like, feeling better about it. And then when it was 0 Celsius, I was like feeling Gucci in like t-shirt and pants. But like now, when it's 0, I need a fucking jacket and I'm still cold. But then it goes to like +10 and I feel the exact same. And you know what? It would be nice to like have a time in the year when I can wear a hoodie or whatever the fuck. I don't know. Just anything different. Shit sucks, man.
Girlfriend, thin stomach, fake chubby chaser, 2-in-1 our mailbox. No. Yo, she was a
I
baddie
don't
as a
get it.
kid, like when I was a kid. Like, meaning when I was a kid, I saw her and thought she was a baddie. This is when you
Sure.
need to stop and delete the comment. You don't keep
True.
going.
Yeah.
I was rejected by 8 art schools. Just don't do anything crazy. Please don't go into politics.
Okay, I mean, 8 of them would be some apocalyptic shit.
Came back to this video to review my childhood. The nostalgia is hitting hard.
Execute this, man.
Someone replied with some children emojis. Bro, don't call me a kid. I grew up with this stuff. This was my entire childhood. I was born in 2018. I'm probably older than you. I figured out boy pregnancy. A male using a pregnancy test and it testing positive is a serious health concern, as it could indicate testicular cancer. 1 hole per beverage.
Oops.
Unholy drink cola. What the hell is the difference between
What did he just say?
1 hole per beverage? Unholy drink cola. What the hell is the difference between these two? Bro?
Uh-huh.
It's impossible to find jobs right now, even though I have tattoos of some insanely scary sigil on my face.
I don't. Shit still sucks.
First day of 4th grade. Little old to be in 4th grade, but congrats on trying to finish your education. When your dad looks at you when you say you don't want to move 13,000 kilograms worth of concrete bags with him at 5 a.m. on a Sunday morning, bro looks like
Yeah. All parts of that.
he just woke up to take the trash out. Tax return just hit. It snowed. Eating lunch with my older brother. He's much more famous than me, but it's fine, I guess. Gen Z, romanticizing basic survival. One day, you'll be buying groceries to cook dinner in the small apartment you rent. when I'm feeling generous, so I let a
Okay.
customer scan a PS5 as a banana, and their card genuinely still declined. Look at my mechanic, my car ain't ever getting fixed. No one noticed when I was sad, but everyone noticed when I liked breastfeeding reels. Teach really.
I don't know, let's just get on with it. uh, there's a lot to unpack there, but it's so much I just don't know where to start. Yeah.
I thought I was on the book, I was on the teller. I'm supposed to let my chili simmer, uncovered for 60 minutes. However, I do not trust the supervisor or the couple wire in my neighbor's house. 2 entrees, 2 sides, 2 drinks. Remove 1 thing. Leak. Or the couple wire in my neighbor's house. 2 entrees.
Okay, aside from copper wire. Wedges, I guess. Like, this shit specifically. I don't know, I don't have anything against wedges, but if anything here looks out of place, it's these fucking baby carrots.
2 sides, 2 drinks. Remove 1 thing. Leaked photo of heaven is going viral on social media. Who leaked it? God? Me, after a full-blown laugh slips out while I'm daydreaming, so now I look schizophrenic. Bro, all I did was go 143 and a 45. They're tripping. When they keep throwing you hints, but you've got to play dumb until they say it with their chest. Just in case you're delusional. I'm 100% delusional. Snoony. Do you think this is what SpongeBob sees when he looks at Gary? Me
Probably,
doing my
yeah.
homework at 1 AM because I chose to be happy all afternoon.
I mean, dude is so real for that. But also, I would just not do homework.
Our landing was delayed, but then this happened to this random boy. People are so funny. What does my dad hope to achieve with this?
I mean, he hopes that it won't, like, get dry. And honestly, decent idea, though. It has, like, the rim that goes inside the fucking pot. And he should have just smashed that shit into the crust, I think.
Fresh watermelon. Unk is losing his mind. Juan Duro.
Like,
Got
could have
8,000
done it better.
posts. Has he been posting the same thing every day? Man, no way
Should I try that on Twitter?
he's struggling on this. He's been on this screen for 5 minutes. Put it under a pack of gum. Day 5 of trying to buy the yellow divider. Where is the water?
What?
$40 for this? Is this supposed to be a pool party? This is a puddle party. Lagoon.
Back on water party.
I miss you. I will return soon, my lobster. Love. Lobster? Bugs were invented by windshield wiper fluid companies to sell more windshield wiper fluid. Idiot
Huh. Well, that's an interesting fucking theory.
located. I don't see the idiot, only a friend. They are a friend? The friendliest. Men, please vent to women. We do care. Men, no, we do not. This is a trap.
I believe the second one.
Oh wow, a girl in my DMs? A real girl? Phew, calm down, Deku. Just gotta show her your aura. Do you wanna see my peepee? Normal game. Sci-fi game. Why is
Okay, let's see. Sword or whatever this is supposed to be definitely real. Revolver, 100%. Pistol, I mean, I see where he's coming from, but doesn't quite look right. Now, what is the problem? I don't know, I think like the barrel part needs to be fatter. I'm not sure. Shotgun. Oh, maybe? Okay. AR looks about right, yeah. Sniper. Yeah, sniper is fucking perfect. So, yep.
Sci-fi weapons always so lazy. Michelin man with a Michelin star. Guess we're rating restaurants now. Ideal girlfriend. Girl. Optional. Gives a damn about me. Single. You accepted the request. No.
I mean, that's already too much.
No. Thank you. Have a nice day. Glory to the Republic of Korea.
Wait, what? That escalated quickly.
He's so precious. How does he manage to serve looks while he's asleep? This school better be joking.
Bro has like -1 chin.
Are they talking about wasting food? 6, 7. Do not waste food or else you've got negative aura. Good message. You sent the wrong messenger. Nice haircut, liberal. Where did you get it? At the liberal store. All my childhood pictures are ruined because my stupid ass thought it would be funny to be the Undertaker. So 70% of my old photos are like this.
Nah, I don't think I did that shit. A lot of my photos have messy hair though, and I stand by it.
This looks good as hell. The restaurant closed forever.
Well, I mean, a lot of my photos, like, there is not a lot of my photos period, but of those that exist, you know.
Alright. Stumbled on a picture of Brock Lesnar as a baby, and I just can't.
What
I understand
the
looking
fuck
at
is
this
that?
baby and naming it Brock. There's no word in English that ends with the letter J. Hotel. Who said hotel? Bro, a light bulb just fell on my head. What the hell? Photo. Bro had an idea. When I go to a femboy cafe with my homeboy as a joke, but the barista starts talking about the usual. New year, new me. Starting to eat healthy. Nice, man. Getting that fiber in. Never losing again, boys, because I'm clicking the win key. Yesterday was a movie.
Alright.
You had Burger King, Wendy's, and you ordered a carbon monoxide detector. Music? Yeah, it's music. Gen Z tech literacy seems entirely dependent on whether you learned to install Minecraft mods when you were younger. I learned how to install maps on my iPad when I was like 2 years old.
Yeah. In my time, we were learning to reinstall Windows.
Not 2 years old. I don't know how old I was. That was hard, but I did it. Our house in the middle of our street. Why aren't grenades designed like this anymore? They have some definite advantages over what is commonly used today, and they seem pretty practical in terms of ergonomics. Doesn't roll, can throw further, can stick into the ground if necessary, can give you
Excuse me, but yeah, he's totally right, I don't know. I mean, doesn't roll can be kind of a negative, I suppose, but
Can anyone explain to me why these are outdated? Is your dad in prison? No, why? Because if I was your dad, I definitely would be.
What the fuck? I'm not sure if that joke is kind of terrible. But I love it.
When your house is getting robbed and your mum says, take anything, and they genuinely start unplugging the 5. I never understood why female underwear has that little bow in the front. There was no elastic back in the day, so people would tie the underwear with a bow. As time went on, the making changed, and the bow stayed on as an accessory, because women are a gift.
Well, that's 2 options. I mean, okay, at least I have an explanation now.
Watching the app I supported for 6 years make the worst decisions from UI to forcing me to show my ID.
Who said Discord? I mean, I'm pretty sure it is about Discord, like, actually.
A little something to take the edge off. It's got a Nobel Peace Prize, by the way. When you finally meet her family and realize you picked the wrong sister. I pull up with my squad. See, meet her family and realize you picked the wrong sister. I pull up with my
Okay, that's like, I can't think of a game where it would actually be like that. Specifically with cars, you know, but any other kind of skins, so real, you know?
Squad. Seal says, wah. Viewers loved when he said wah. Man
I mean, that's a good fucking summary.
arrested for faking heart attack 20 times at restaurants to avoid paying bill. He has the opportunity to do the funniest thing. Pain inside of chest. How many
Wouldn't that be great?
energy drinks is too many? Pain in ribs. Pain in chest. Okay, don't drink energy drinks
Well,
then.
that's
Drink
probably
coffee
too
instead.
many, yeah.
Much better. What if the inventor of the umbrella wanted to call it Brella, but hesitated? Years ago, I saw these old folks chilling in the most laid-back way, and I was like, man, I want to age like that too. No
Kinda
way.
nice,
I
yeah.
always assumed it was bigger than this. This is a generational photo. Life tip alert. You can also take eggs out of the carton and tape them to the top of your fridge to save space.
What the fuck?
There. This was actually my roommate's idea. Hey baby, where are you? At my boy best friend's house. Why? Just wondering. Have fun. I love you so much. Hey gang. Never playing Battlefront 2 again. How old are you? Why? Are you old enough to bear arms? I want to settle this. When Shorty says you're the first dude she ever brought over, her dog genuinely looks at you like this. I just realized that this is all just Zoolander in real life. P-I-M-P. Brain.
True.
You're a horrible, worthless, garbage person, and your life is going nowhere but to hell. Me. I don't know what you expect me to do about that. At 11 PM, my dude.
Or at any other time, to be honest. I just don't know anymore, that's why I'm here.
McDonald's employers using literal black magic to mess up an order of two things. I don't zone out. Being zoned out is my default state, and I occasionally zone back in to check how things are going. Reality is one of the hundreds or so tabs I keep running at any given time. You get it. Overwatch had
Nice.
the right idea when they made every sniper in the game weak to a gorilla that could leap to your position and beat you to death. I think this should be a more common game design choice for multiplayer games. Wrong lane,
Nah, probably not.
Brosquito. That car's drowning and you're making memes. If they make a Helldivers movie, it needs to be written exactly like this. Well, well, well. If it isn't my old pal Jimmy Heckjumper, how are the kids? Dead. For Super Earth. Objectively physically attractive, but in
Okay,
possession
that's
of
fucking
negative risk.
perfect.
It's one of my favorite character concepts. I think it's so great when there's an absurdly hot character who's just a complete loser. The mood is unsalvageable the moment they open their mouths. You get no women because you so sucks. Chocolate dip of anaphylactic
Yeah, it is kinda
shock.
fun.
Frozen banana. Dip in chocolate. Chocolate dip contains all allergies. Looks like something else. If a boy
Nice.
kisser kisses a girl, does he become a bi kisser or cease to exist? Must a musician not paint? Must a swimmer not run? I wasn't lying when he said expert, damn. So what he's thinking about a Coke and a burger. And what she's thinking about is what he's thinking about, and she thinks he's thinking about doing something to her, which I have to blur. What is Superman's kryptonite?
Okay.
Literature.
That's a nice explanation. The meme is shit, but the explanation is nice.
Why did they get permanently banned? Ragebait was so good they had to be banished from the subreddit. No allegations, no predator stuff, no drama, no beating on women, just awful music. I'll take it. You know what? Everyone on 4chan and 8chan should be on a terror list. Every single incel. I couldn't give a damn about their freedom of speech. Be me, snowing, walk home, make hot chocolate. It's good. Thank you, hot chocolate. Pretty sure I just dodged a nightmare landlord situation. In conclusion, they were basically saying they didn't want them as a tenant because they were asking questions about utility costs, maintenance response times, noise levels, and asking about street parking. What? Those are common questions you ask before you sign a contract and move somewhere. Who's
Oh,
renting
yeah.
this place? Mr. Burns? Even the Chinese call him Chinese. Commented by a Chinese. She speaks for all Chinese people. You could blindfold him with dental floss. You can only pick two. One free item a day, but you get something of an equivalent worse value with it. Be better
The fuck do you mean equivalent worse value? Like equivalent but bad?
than the best player in Poland at every game. Smash
I mean, at least you would be good at CS. That's like the only thing I can think about.
Anyone you want once a week. 6'7"
Nice.
big buff girlfriend disagrees with 50% of what you say. 84 billion.
Okay, so what's negative? Like, 50% is kinda tame, no?
But a random pass. Alright, so they assault you. Okay. Beam images and sound bites into people's minds at will. Create one master.
Oh, that is evil. Okay. Damn. Ah. I need the worst soundboard ever.
Craftsman quality item once a week. Make anyone you want that you can see, enjoy themselves. Kill one person at will per week.
Well, that's
Want that you can see,
damn.
enjoy themselves.
Tempting, but
Kill one
probably
person
not.
at will.
Okay. Huh. You know what? I'll take yellow and brown. And I will be absolutely fucking evil with the latter. To the point where it is worse than black one.
Per week. I'd rather not open that. Just cook the food, bro. Oh, what? They're not allowed to have fun anymore? Is this
What the fuck is that?
some hibachi? Is that what it's called? I went to this restaurant in Texas when I was in Texas like a year or two ago. It was 2 years ago, I think now. Yeah. Hibachi? Is it called hibachi? I don't know.
I don't know, but that is terrible, man. What the fuck? Yeah, my state has the worst drivers. I feel like you can also do like all the countries, and it will be the same idea. Also, like, it's this, and it's our postal service is fucking terrible. Like, literally everywhere. Okay. Game developer tier list. I'm not sure why I opened this one, but this is gonna be cool.
Alright, this should be fun. If you enjoy this type of video, please leave
That seems a bit quiet, hang on.
a like. It is the... Alright, this should be fun. If you enjoy this type of video,
Fuck a bit much.
please leave a like. It is the most direct way of showing me that you want more of something. And I have a bucket. And let's start with 343. These guys. They lay claim to probably the most legendary bag throw of all time, in gaming at least. And their treatment of Halo should be criminal. They were given one of, if not the biggest gaming franchises at the time. WoW was pretty big, so I don't know. But they had the most momentum possible. And they made Halo 4, and then 5, and Infinite. And if you know anything about Halo, then you know that these 3 games at the bottom didn't quite live up to the first 3. And of course
That's
there's the Master
basically
Chief
all I know,
Collection,
yeah.
which they released completely broken, left it that way for years, and eventually largely fixed it. But I mean, you couldn't play multiplayer in this game for like years. Truly incredible and definitely F tier. So while we're at it, let's talk about Bungie. Halo was definitely the biggest console game at the time. It genuinely felt like a moment every time one of these games released. And Bungie really proved it was them given what we know about 343. And even when they went and made Destiny, it was pretty massive. No interest from me, but I had a bunch of friends playing it. From what I heard, Destiny 2 was pretty I guess there was a golden era time.
I mean, and yet a ton of people are still playing it, so I don't know. Either it got fixed or there's at least something to it.
Time for Destiny 2 kind of in the middle of its lifetime. But Marathon was a disaster. They had stolen art, it was boring, and they claimed
Oh,
everything
that one,
fun
yeah.
was gonna come later. Which is a weird time to reveal your game if you have nothing fun yet. Or none of your cool
Yeah.
ideas you claim to have. Also, Bungie had
I mean, at least they were honest with it. Because honestly, I feel like that bit kinda can be applied to a lot of games.
a ton of internal, scandals and everything. I think they're D tier. So how about CD Projekt Red? These guys are obviously known for Witcher and Cyberpunk, but more importantly to me, they have the ability to change when something goes wrong. When Cyberpunk 2077 released and it was kind of a mess, they locked the fuck in
Well, that's a nice way of putting it.
and fixed it. They changed their entire internal process with how they make games.
Like, see, I am on the fence with the Cyberpunk fix because, like, okay, another big fix, for example, that is like famous is No Man's Sky, right? No Man's Sky is, I think, at this point, everything that was advertised and more, yeah? Cyberpunk, I mean, okay, like, don't quote me on that, I feel like it, I don't have a checklist, okay? Just to be clear. Cyberpunk, I mean, they fixed what is there. They sure added some stuff, yeah, but it's still like nowhere near what they were advertising at the start. So like I'm on the fence with that, you know?
And they not only fixed Cyberpunk, but they also released probably one of the best DLCs for any game ever. All that said, I
I
think A
wouldn't
tier.
put
If
it
Witcher
that
4 comes
far.
out and it's a masterpiece, I would probably upgrade these guys to S tier, but I think it's safer to wait and see how it releases. Alright, let's get Obsidian out of the way.
Sure.
I don't think there
fair
would be
enough.
much disagreement, but they
Like, the Cyberpunk launch was an absolutely epic fail, but it is still one game, you know? So, sure.
made one of the best games ever with New Vegas. I mean, the freedom that you have in that game, the fact that you can kill every single person and still complete the storyline, and it's not a super shit storyline, combined with the fact that you can kill literally no one and also still beat the game, that's just incredible to me. I think Stick of Truth was great, but I've heard they've been pretty stale since.
I would add the KOTOR too, but I feel like it doesn't change anything in the current setup. Like, yeah, they were pretty fucking stale.
Lots of people don't seem to think that they could replicate New Vegas, of course, if given the opportunity. It's just different people in a different time. I
Yeah.
would still take it though. But yeah, as far as a lot of their recent games, I just haven't played them. But from what I hear online, they aren't amazing. I'm gonna say C tier. And I'm sorry,
Yeah,
please
that's
don't
fair.
unsubscribe. Alright, BioWare.
I love their older games. Also goes here, yeah. This is even more of a fall though.
Creators of Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, Knights of the Old Republic, the Mass Effect trilogy, and all those good Dragon Age games you remember. What a lineup this is, by the way. This is a lot of years of consistent great releases.
Yeah.
And then they released Mass Effect Andromeda, Dragon Age Veilguard, and Anthem. Now, Veilguard came after Anthem, but Anthem is just such a sad story. I mean, it had
Yeah.
by far the best flying mechanic I have ever used in any game.
Like, just look at this bit right now, like, that's enough. How do you make this shit?
Really had that Iron Man fantasy to it. But yeah, the rest of it was complete dog shit. And sadly, you can't just have a game based off the flying mechanic. Can only hope one day someone actually figures that one out. I'd say BioWare goes solidly into D right now. As sad as that is, let's talk about something good.
Honestly, at this point, D is a compliment. And yeah, it is hella sad.
Larian. These guys have worked on the Divinity IP since 2002. The only one I've played is Original Sins 2, and it was great. Also, Baldur's Gate 3 is like top 5 games of all time territory. It is beloved by fans and critics alike.
Sure.
It made a seemingly niche game very mainstream, and it's really a modern benchmark for RPGs. Also, Divinity looks amazing even though we've only seen cinematic. The thing is, pretty much everyone has faith that they can deliver.
Lagan is basically where CD Projekt was before Cyberpunk launch.
S tier, easy, no questions about it. I guess we can talk about Arcane. Dishonored 1 and 2 are some very good games. They have a
That was a
very
while
hardcore
ago.
fan base. And yeah, they're good games, very fun. Their Wolfenstein games have been pretty good for what I've seen. I have not played them. I didn't
That new Wolfensteins?
play Deathloop either, but I've heard it's pretty mixed. Then there's Redfall. Redfall is one of those really special games that comes along and kills
What the fuck is Redfall?
an entire studio. It killed Arcane Austin. It failed so bad that all future development was stopped.
Okay, sure.
And Microsoft actually refunded DLC.
Oh,
Crazy.
damn.
Despite Redfall, I'm gonna put Arcane in B because I really think that shit was pushed on them. But when
I would honestly need to look at it year by year to see if I agree. But
Arcane makes the game
maybe.
they want to make, that shit is good. Naughty Dog. Crash and Jack are legendary, of course. Uncharted is a fantastic series. I think The Last of Us 1 is the greatest piece of media ever. I
Okay, I wouldn't go that far, but sure.
don't think any movie or show or other game even comes close to the story of The Last of Us 1. And I have a lot more to say about that in a separate video. However, The Last of Us 2 was, meh. I don't love it, let's say that. And Intergalactic just seems lame
I think he has too good of an opinion on both Last of Us games.
to me. This might be a personal opinion thing, but I just can't stand space games. I am so
Yeah.
over space games. But I am gonna put
Like, I love space games. That shit still looks mid as fuck immediately. A is way too much though. B, maybe. Even that's like for older games.
Naughty Dog in A. They're kind of another one I see as captured by their publisher. Maybe I'm wrong though, so let me know.
True.
Next, we're gonna talk about Capcom. Capcom is very confusing. What we're going to talk about is Capcom Division 1. Division 1 has done Resident Evil since 7. They do all the new Devil May Cry. They make Dragon's Dogma. And they also make these 3 games.
That was fast.
They do all the new Devil May Cry. They make Dragon's Dogma. And they also make...
Okay, I see why this was fast.
Make these 3 games. Because Division 1 is actually 4 departments, and so they can work on 4 AAA games at once. I count these guys as one studio, and my reasoning is because they're all led by this guy. I am not going to insult him by trying to pronounce his name. So Capcom Division 1 released all of these games in 6 years.
I mean, that is kinda impressive. Even if it is basically 4 studios.
I played 5 of them, and they're some of my favorite games ever. And I know RE3 was a bit lacking, but RE2 was so good that it makes up for it. I don't care. Division 1 at Capcom is easily S tier to me. Alright, step right up, Blizzard. Warcraft,
no
hit. Diablo, hit. StarCraft, hit.
That was a while ago. Just, you know, a little bit. Like 20 years. I think it's more than 20 years now. Like, might be closer to 30 actually. If we are talking actually like the first installments.
World of Warcraft, hit. Hearthstone, I guess it has a good player base, so I'll call it a hit. Overwatch,
sure.
Hit. Up until Overwatch, they had a pretty stellar track record to most. Believe me, I know that you listening right now have...
I mean... Okay. Let's uncover that.
I guess it has a good player base, so I'll call it a hit. Overwatch?
Right, so Warcraft, no notes. Diablo 3 was out by then, and well, that's I actually like it, but that's already not a stellar record, you know? StarCraft 2, I don't have a problem, but I know some people do. And also, yeah, they went into some weird ass monetization.
Hit. Up until Overwatch, they had a pretty stellar track record to most. Believe me.
Actually, did StarCraft 2 go into all the weird monetization stuff before or after Overwatch? Couldn't tell you, but I feel like it's relevant.
I know that you listening right now have your own moment when you started hating Blizzard. But to most people, I think up until Overwatch, they were pretty loved.
I
But
mean, sure. Like, I think basically year one of Overwatch was good. I think like it's kind of when they announced like Diablo Immortal is when I mean obviously that was a piece of shit, but also like everything else started falling apart. Yeah.
Release after Overwatch, it seems everybody hates them. Now, I don't play many Blizzard games at all. In fact, I've only played Diablo 4, which was fun for a while.
Well, that's a track record. Okay, for the record, I played the entirety of Warcraft 3, all of both StarCrafts, uh, didn't play WoW, did play Diablo 1, 2, 3, didn't even touch 4, and I played like, not a lot, but plenty of Overwatch. Like, let me put it this way. I am basically a no-lifer gamer, right? And for what I am, I did not play a lot of Overwatch. But I did play like plenty. Make of that what you will. If it was on fucking Steam from the start, I could just pull up hours, but yeah, no luck there.
While, but it's nothing compared to PoE. But yeah, even as someone who doesn't play their games, I can see what happened. There was these two incidents.
You guys not have
Yep.
phones? Yeah, you guys all have phones, right?
Have you ever thought about adding servers for previous expansions as they were then?
No. And by the way, you don't want to do that either.
I don't know, the first one was terrible, this one is like... this one is just ironic.
You think you do, but you don't.
And then not to mention all of the internal scandals. I think as far as recent performance and
Breast
how they've
milk says
treated
what?
their franchises, Blizzard goes an F. All right, epic.
I mean, fair. Like, that is... I think Blizzard is like the only fall that I can compare to BioWare. And that's a shame, because for both of those, I fucking love their old games.
I've wanted to shit
Maybe that's why I feel so strongly about them. About the fall that is.
on you for a long time. Definitely most known for Fortnite. You know, Gears of War was a long time ago, and it's just not worth talking about anymore. But Fortnite,
I didn't even know Gears of War was them.
I think is a terrible game. It definitely grew gaming for better or worse, and it introduced the Battle Pass.
Execute them.
I'd say Unreal Engine has a lot of ups and downs, but my real problem with Epic is Rocket League. Let me tell you a story. When Epic got all
Okay.
that Fortnite money, they went and bought Psyonix. They made Rocket League free to play, which is fine, whatever. They also stole it from Steam, by the way, and just put it on Epic. And then they made Rocket League Racing. Now I know what you might be thinking, why would I be mad about them making a new mode for Rocket League? That's pretty much what we want is new content. Yeah, they added it to fucking Fortnite. They made a Rocket League racing mode, and then they imported all of the shit from Rocket League into Fortnite, and added a new Fortnite mode. What they have done for Rocket League is nothing, years of useless updates, and the
I see what you... why you would have a problem with that. The worst part is Fortnite mod isn't even that good.
one good thing I can think of is the team boost gauge. Like, you can see how much boost your teammate has. Their launcher sometimes has decent free games, but I'd never buy anything on it. They go
So true, bro. I have a fuck ton of freebies on Epic, but... yep.
in D tier for me. Let's talk about Rocks
I mean, D tier... hang on, who else is in D tier?
games, but I'd never buy anything on it. They go in
Nah, man, that's too much. Put it in C. Again, maybe I'm just feeling too strongly about Bioware's Fall, but... although, okay, they did introduce Battle Pass, so... alright, I guess. Just for that.
D tier
Sure.
for me. Let's talk about Rockstar. Specifically Rockstar North. They have never missed on a major release. These are all of the games I'd consider a major release, and I don't see a miss on
3 RDR, Vice City Line R, SI GTA 5, Fortnite 2. Yep.
here. I see nothing but
Okay.
hits, and even their
Like, it's not for me, but okay.
smaller releases are for the most part pretty damn good. In my opinion, they have the highest prestige of any developer, and I barely play their games. I haven't
Okay, dude is me.
played GTA 5 since 2013.
I haven't played it at all. Like, I'm just not feeling it. I played Vice City and GTA, both in Computer Club, like, just when everyone, where everyone, including me, were just putting in a bunch of cheats and running around killing stuff. And I played, like, actually through the game on my brother's old PC. I think it was GTA 1. I am not entirely sure. That's it. That's entirety of me and Rockstar. I'm just not feeling. Oh, right. I do have GTA 5 on Epic, and there was this once that my friends needed +1 to play some I don't know, some fucking co-op shit. I don't even remember or know what it is. So I played like 3 hours of GTA 5 multiplayer. That's it.
haven't played any of their games since Red Dead.
And like that experience didn't make me want to touch it at all. I don't know, man. Like the entire gunplay in GTA feels like extremely fucking weird for me. Like, to the point it's actually hella off-putting.
Dead 2 released, but they make really fucking good games. I just play them and then I'm done with them. I'm sure if I was big into GTA Online, I would be
Like, I just don't care for them, but I guess if fucking everyone loves them, I guess they are good games, right?
I would be upset. But I definitely think they're an S-tier developer. Respawn, I don't have much to say about Respawn. Titanfall slapped. Titanfall 2 was robbed. I'm sure you're all aware about how it released 1 week after Battlefield 1 and 1 week before that year's Call of Duty. basically killing the franchise right there. Apex definitely has a loyal following and is pretty unique when
has a loyal following and is pretty... Okay, has a loyal following and I don't fucking know why, is pretty unique in all the wrong ways, in my opinion.
when it comes to the different, like, big Battle Royale games. It is not my thing, though. As far as their other games, I guess Fallen Order was good, Medal of Honor was bad, and Jedi Survivor was pretty good. I didn't play any of these, I'm just going off of reviews. And overall, I think they just
I
belong.
played the Jedi games. First one was kinda great. Survivor I don't really feel that good about. I couldn't tell you why. It just didn't hit the same way. Huh. No man, I have no idea why.
And B, I know Apex had a huge cheating problem, and I'm sure it still exists to some degree. Alright, Embark. So far they have released the finals, gets about 15,000 daily players, and Arc Raiders gets about 322,000 daily players.
It's new, so like I don't feel like it's quite honest to use that statistic, but definitely heard a lot of good stuff, so yeah, sure, it's definitely a good game, you know?
The finals had lots of early momentum, they couldn't keep it going, and so they focused harder on the next game. Arc Raiders had huge early momentum, and it has really insane retention at scale. Like, they have kept these numbers up for a while now, and overall it's just
Did a while even pass since it launched? Like, I'm not sure about that. I mean, it is definitely a huge success, but I think it's still a little bit early to talk about that.
a huge success. It is also not for me though. But given how much everybody likes that game and how well it is holding its players, I feel like I have to put them in.
Like, it's not a single player game, you know? Like, for single player games, you can kinda look at it a week later and no one's playing anymore because everyone finished it. When it's multiplayer, I feel like it's been just a few months and it's still a bit early. Like, I suppose if it was going to die outright immediately, then it would already. But as for like long term, we are still looking.
Maybe they'll prove me wrong and get knocked down later. But as of this video, I think they gotta be A. Alright, Ubisoft. We are gonna do Ubisoft as a full entity. Because honestly, it doesn't matter. They have historic franchises like Assassin's Creed, Far Cry, and Rainbow Six, and a ton of other smaller ones. They are hilariously bad at making money off of the stuff people already love. They have two options in front of them, make terrible games or make great games. And 99% of the time, they will go with make a terrible game. They are carried by Siege, and they're still trying their hardest to mess that one up. And they've basically been selling parts of themselves to stay afloat. They are F tier.
That just about covers it
here. Riot Games in F tier as well. I have never played League, played a little bit of Valorant, but the amount I've seen these guys charge for skins, plus all their internal issues, yeah, I just think they're F tier. I don't have much to say about
don't have a problem
but
with
Doom
that.
was game changing back in the day. They did it again with Quake, and they've just kind of made consistently good products, even if not being revolutionary since then. I think they're solidly A. I have Playground Games in here because I wanted to learn more about them. So from 2012 to 2021, they made Forza Horizons 1 through 5. And now in 2026, they plan on releasing Horizon 6 and Fable. It's a big year for them. They have pretty good scores across all their games. It gives me some hope, but so far they have been just a one-trick pony. I'm going to give them a conservative.
Did they make old Fables, or was it another studio, or was it like same studio but different people? I don't know.
B.
Feels
Because,
important.
making the same game over and over again isn't exactly great. It's why you don't see the
True.
developers of any Call of Duty on this list. Those aren't game development studios, those are just factories. Only 2 left. Let's talk about FromSoft. They have had a strong performance since
S
Demon's
tier.
Souls in 2009. They are a genre-creating studio. Of course with the Souls-like games. They've kept up with their competition. Their recent live service game is fine, I guess. I have friends that play it and they don't really complain. I do think the Nintendo deal sucks, but given their consistent
Anything that has to do with Nintendo sucks. Except for their games, which kinda makes the rest of it suck even more. You know what I mean?
performance, no choice but to put them in S. I've heard I guess they pay their developers like shit, but that's really none of my business. I don't know how it is in Japan. I don't know. And finally,
I didn't
Bethesda
even hear
Game
that.
Studios. They were beloved from Morrowind to Fallout 4. And I know this is another one.
I don't know about that, man. Like, okay. No. I really don't know about that. Like, they were okay, good even, I suppose, in this time frame. But also, give me a sec. But also, every single game did have a lot of complaints, you know? Like, with Oblivion, people complained that it fell off since Morrowind. With Skyrim, people complain that it fell off since Oblivion and Morrowind. With Fallout 3, people complain that it's like... I don't even fucking know where to start, but at least it's definitely not New Vegas. With Fallout 4, people complained a lot once again. So, like, I don't know, beloved is very begrudgingly so, you know what I mean?
Where everyone kind of has their own spot where they fell out of love with Bethesda. But I'd say on the masses, it was Fallout 76 that did it. For me, Fallout 4 was really the beginning of the end, and they consistently think they're right. They hold hostage my favorite
Yeah,
IP.
that part
It is the reason
sucks
people
the
like them.
most.
They have very little actual studio support, and it is fully deserved. F tier. You don't take 8 years to make Starfield and not get F tier.
I was going to say it should be one higher, but okay, never mind. My man makes a fair point. Yeah.
Thanks for watching. Thank you to all the channel members that have signed up. I'm still trying to think of a clever name to call you guys. Maybe someone can comment something that's smarter than me. As I said before, leave a like if you enjoyed. Definitely subscribe if you want to see more. Trying to
Okay,
hit 100K,
this was some good
that
stuff.
would be nice.
Like, I agree with it a lot. Maybe I should check out some more of this guy later. Right. Okay, where are we in terms of time? Right. The best dragon according to science. You see why I had to click on this one, yeah? Right? Yeah.
Hi, this is Julian from Minute Earth. Dragons don't exist. But if they did, which would be pretty cool, they'd need to conform to Earth's biological and physical rules.
No, we don't.
So we figured we'd make a fun video about which of these famous fantasy dragons would have the best shot at being...
Okay, what have we here? Skyrim Dragon. Okay. Vermithrax Pejorative, what the fuck? Charizard, Elder, Ender Dragon. I feel like being made out of cubes would be a decrement. Hungarian Horntail. Sure, I mean, just slam all the fucking wyvern types in one, or not. I don't know, like, I feel a lot of this would be pretty fucking similar. No, we're not sure what that is. Is it a Pokemon or something? Dragon, okay. Monstrous Nightmare, Elliot, Toothless, Waloo, who the fuck is Waloo, and Smog. Huh. I don't know, I feel like a lot of this, like, Dragon, Horntail, Skyrim Dragon, and Vermithrax are basically same-ish.
More than just fantasy. To rank these dragons' believability, we'll start with the most egregiously unnatural characteristic of dragons and move up from there. Look, obviously dragons breathe fire, but we looked into it and the only thing that even comes close to that in nature is the bombardier beetle, which fires boiling hot liquid from its butt to burn its enemies. Not exactly fire breathing. So let's just move on to the issue of limbs. Most Western depictions of dragons, like on the Welsh flag, have 4 legs and 2 wings for a total of 6 limbs. But all bony creatures on land or in the air evolved from a 4-limbed fish whose body is the blueprint for every other bony creature, including a hypothetical dragon, clearly a bony creature. This would make
True, but also fuck you, six limbs are better. So, yes, but fuck off.
it very unlikely for a 6-limbed dragon to have evolved on Earth. That's why some fantasy writers, filmmakers, and game designers have used real bats, birds, and pterosaurs as models for their 4-limbed dragons. So we're placing all these 6-limbed dragons in the bottom tier, including the Smaug from the theatrical release of the first Hobbit film. The Smaug from the second film, however, gets to move on, since the filmmakers removed his front legs, not because they particularly cared about Earth's evolutionary history, but because they thought it would make for a more expressive performance.
Huh. How the fuck did I not know that?
A wingless 4-legged dragon would be accurate too, but without magical flight like in Eastern depictions of dragons, that's basically just the lizard. So let's talk about wings. Animals need them in order to fly, which means they need big chest muscles to flap their wings, which means they need a tall ridge on their specially modified sternums called a keel for the muscles to attach to. A dragon without a keel couldn't have the muscles needed to power fast enough flight to keep its massive body in the air. That means it's the end of the line for these smooth-chested beauties. But a keel alone is not enough to fly. Any creature that wants to fly also needs the right combination of weight, wing size, and flight speed. The more a creature weighs,
just about none of them cover that.
The bigger its wings need to be, or the faster it needs to fly to generate the necessary lift to keep it afloat. For example, penguins, which do have a keel, could in principle fly despite their comically small wings, but they would have to go nearly as fast as a commercial airliner and deal with ludicrous forces on their wings. The Quetzalcoatlus pterosaur, thought to be the largest flying animal to have ever existed, had a 12-meter wingspan, which kept its 250 kilograms aloft at a reasonable 80 km/h speed. Naturally, we painstakingly calculated the weights and wing sizes of all our remaining dragons.
What the fuck? Okay, I have no choice but to respect this. Man, I'm not reading all those numbers, but I have to respect this.
Contenders, and found they all had wings too small for their weight.
Okay, let's see. I kinda feel like the bigger they are, the more inadequate the wings get. Huh? I mean, is Smog better than, like, the late season's Dragon? Bigger. I'm not sure. Comparable, I guess.
Meaning they'd need to fly at ridiculously fast speeds in order to sustain flight, and the forces involved would destroy any flesh and bone-based wings. Wait, so nobody wins? Well, among our remaining candidates, the most realistic has to be the one with the biggest wings in relation to their weight. And the winner is the Hungarian Horntail from Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire.
Well,
it has
fuck.
4 limbs, a keel to hold
I
its
guess
muscles,
none of us
and the biggest
expected
wings
that,
in
huh?
relation to its weight. Now, whether or not you could ride it, we could get into that, but we don't want this video to drag on.
Huh.
Did
Well,
I just
I'm
hear
an
a
after.
clawsome pun?
Hey Matt, what brings you over to Minute Earth from the extra credits side of the internet?
Well, Julian, you got me thinking. If the existence of these fantastical beasts are scientifically improbable at best, then how did a ton of cultures around the world each come up with dragon myths before ever having contact with one another?
Good question.
Because it's the biggest lizards that breathes fire or does magic or some other stupid shit. Like, it's basically the Superman, but like old, you know? What if the most awesome thing we could think of that time?
Say, you wouldn't happen to, well, I don't know, have any idea where one could find a YouTube video discussing that very topic, would you?
You know, I just might. If you're fired up about dragons like I am, then come fly by the Extra Mythology Campfire, where we'll talk about dragon myths from various cultures, human psychology, dinosaurs, and even the politics of dragons.
Political dragons, huh? Hope they can let Bagons be Bagons.
Did we just become best friends?
Okay, well, I think I don't need to watch that video. I'm pretty sure I covered it. Okay. Alright. Oh. I did want to watch this one. Cause like, I think a lot of the stuff I don't actually like know that well.
Star Wars Battlefront 2. Back in 2017,
Oh yeah, it's greediest moves in gaming explained in 14 minutes.
Battlefront 2 was hyped as the next big multiplayer shooter, with its incredible multiplayer combat combined with its free maps and beautiful graphics. But players started to notice the pay-to-win ecosystem within the game through loot boxes and microtransactions. What should have been about blasters and Star Wars instead became a crash course in how not to handle live service progression. During the beta tests and up through early access, players discovered that Battlefront 2's loot crates contained gameplay-impacting star cards that improved health, damage, and weapon stats. Players estimated it could take around 40 hours of play just to unlock a single iconic hero like Darth Vader, while buying loot crates could shortcut the grind and give players with deeper pockets an advantage on the battlefield. Adding a pay-to-win microtransactions inside an $80 game is the type of greed they talked about in the Bible. But of course, it's par for the course with EA. EA hilariously defended the system by claiming it was meant to give players pride and accomplishment for earning heroes. That Reddit comment from EA community support garnered 668,000 downvotes, the most downvotes of any comment in Reddit history. The response was so BS, it accidentally created Reddit history with how atrociously disguised the actual intent behind the paywall was, which was, of course, money. The backlash was so intense that EA pulled all microtransactions hours before launch and promised to completely redesign the progression system. Loot boxes no longer granted star cards. Instead, players earned them through play and crafting, and paid boxes were relegated to cosmetics only, with real money purchases limited to direct skin buys.
I think they removed that as well later.
Even with these changes, the damage was done. Battlefront 2's reputation was tarnished at launch, regulators looked into loot box mechanics as potential gambling, and millions of players associated the title forever with greed and poor design choices. EA stopped updating the game in 2020, only a few bug fixes and maintenance here and there. Nowadays, the game averages around 4,000 concurrent players, largely due to its dedicated player base with mods and custom servers like Kyber.gg, keeping the community alive with fan-made contents.
You know, with controllers looking into loot boxes, I think it's kinda funny where like, I guess this game was a good thing for like a big picture in the end. As opposed to like, I don't know, Shadow of Mordor, Shadow of War games that basically came and went, made a great fucking system, you know, the Nemesis thing, and then copyrighted it so no one can make it now.
Tech chests. Hextech chests were one of League's most beloved reward systems. It was a way for players to earn free loot simply by playing the game and performing well. You could get chests by earning mastery on champions, opening them with keys, and snagging random cosmetics like champion shards, emotes, and even full skin shards just for playing. It wasn't perfect, but it felt like a reward for time spent in the Rift. That all changed heading into Season 2025. Riot quietly began phasing out free Hextech chests, removing the ability to earn them for free entirely, leaving chests as something players could only get through Battle Pass or paywalls and keys to be obsolete without them. All those key fragments you'd amassed over hundreds of games suddenly
one
became
could
useless.
see how that was
Summoners filled
unpopular,
every
huh?
comment section, Reddit thread, League's TikTok videos. The comment sections in all of them since the update consists of petitions demanding Hextech chests be brought back, announcing it as boycotts, saying the change made the game feel less rewarding and too focused on monetization at the expense of actual play incentives. Riot was under fire, and their executives and CEO, Dylan Jadeja, was heavily criticized, with the community mostly placing the blame on them and their greed. Even professional teams and content creators joined the outcry and expressed their dismay to this change. Riot initially doubled down, but after a few weeks, the devs publicly acknowledged the mistake, candidly saying that removing chests hurt the player experience and did not land the way they intended. Riot reversed course and brought Hextech chests back in patch 25.05, letting players earn up to 10 chests per act, most from the free track of the Battle Pass, and some through positive honor rewards, while also adjusting other systems like champion costs to show they were listening.
I love how that didn't work the way we expected. Basically means we kinda expected you to just shut the fuck up and take it.
Even with the nerfed and reshaped version returning, the incident became one of Riot's most controversial updates in years. Diablo Immortal. Diablo Immortal launched as a mobile follow-up to one of gaming's most beloved RPG franchises.
And we can leave it at that.
But almost immediately, players realized that while the core game was free to play, the real progression, especially late-game power, was heavily tied to how much money you were willing to spend. What Blizzard marketed as optional microtransactions quickly looked like pay-to-win mechanics that gave paying players a faster and bigger power advantage. At the heart of the issue were legendary gems, an item that provide huge stat boosts and passive effects that directly make characters stronger. You get these gems by running Elder Rifts, but if you want the best ones, you need legendary crests. Those crests can technically be earned for free, like from the Hilts Trader and the free Battle Pass tier. But the free method is slow, and buying eternal orbs with real money and using them to purchase crests progresses your account so much faster. That translates to higher damage, better survivability, and the ability to conquer in-game content much faster than a free-to-play player. That gap hurts even more in competitive PvP. For many veteran fans, this felt like a betrayal of what Diablo used to be. A loot chase built on skill, luck, and time invested, not your credit card balance. For free-to-play players, reaching level 60 takes around 20 to 30 hours of focused grinding, but trying to max out your Diablo Immortal character through free play alone would take years or even decades of time.
Damn.
For example, to get a full 5-star rank 20 gems, it takes an average free-to-play player 40 years to get them. For those willing to spend serious money to climb the power curve far faster, some estimate it'd take $100,000. Some estimate it'd take $540,000 if you include the Gem Awakening system. That design choice angered players. Metacritic user scores plummeted, streams and Reddit threads exploded.
What the fuck do you mean plummeted? Like, it was hated from the beginning just for being mobile. And then that shit, like, immediately got noticed, so, like, it never had any good press, you know?
And Diablo Immortal became a flashpoint in the ongoing debate about microtransactions and monetization. Even the wealthiest of whales would get turned off by how blatantly predatory this whole game is. God damn. NBA 2K. NBA 2K has long been one of the most popular basketball sims ever, but it's actually incredibly pay to win. Virtual currency, or VC, which is a paid currency within the game, is used for everything from upgrading your My Player in My Career to buying packs and cards in My Team. And players quickly notice that earning it naturally through play is painfully slow and inconsistent.
I don't know, like, I feel that people actually play in this NBA, FIFA, all the sports games, like, the fact that they exist and there is a new one every year and people still play them is depressing.
In NBA 2K25, maxing out your My Career build to a 99 overall requires roughly 375,000 VC, which translates to about $100 or more in real-world VC purchases if you don't want to grind forever.
That's like... I wanna say it's tame, and that's even sadder, you know?
That doesn't even account for cosmetic costs or mistakes. If you mess up your build, you're often pushed to buy even more VC to fix it, and it just feels like you're paying just to play the game properly. To make matters worse, the amount of VC you earn from actually playing has been repeatedly nerfed over successive releases, with players reporting much lower payouts for the same game time, most likely an intentional push towards spending rather than earning. The player base have labeled the monetization predatory and too greedy, pointing out that even after buying a full-priced game, the experience still hinges on either spending hundreds of dollars on VC or sinking hundreds of hours of playtime into grinding just to keep up. Some versions of the game have even featured unskippable in-game ads. It's a AAA game, for God's sake, and they're trying to squeeze the living heck out of it for every bit of penny. Don't forget it's an annual game. When 2K27 comes out, you won't be able to carry over your progress from 2K26 to the new game. The money-grubbing practices have gotten so bad that there's been multiple lawsuits against Take-Two and 2K over these practices, alleging unfair and even illegal monetization tactics, even claiming that the company effectively steals players' VC by wiping balances when older games' servers shut down. Crazy.
I mean,
Escape from Tarkov. One of the most infamous greed-related moves in recent gaming came from Escape from Tarkov, with the announcement of the Unheard Edition. This edition included access to a PvE co-op mode, which was a long-requested mode, plus some powerful in-game advantages like extra stash space, higher starting skills, improved trader reputation, and perks that make AI enemies less likely to attack you at range. But the most ridiculous part of it all is the price. It's $250 for all the aforementioned perks. Fans who previously bought the Edge of Darkness edition, which was around $150, still pretty darn expensive, had a line in it that promised access to all future DLC and content, but it was found that the new PvE mode and perks were not included unless they paid the extra $250, essentially making them pay twice for what they thought was already covered. This move was labeled a pay-to-win cash grab, with many saying it betrayed player trust and violated expectations set by past promises. Part of the frustration stemmed from how the PvE mode works. Progression in that mode does not reset with wipes, meaning players who buy the Unheard Edition can carry forward power and gear across sessions, while the base hardcore Tarkov experience regularly resets progress. That's a huge advantage in a game built around survival and progression, and many saw it as undermining the core design. Developers initially defended the pricing, saying the PvE mode wasn't DLC, but a unique feature of the new edition, wording that only fueled more backlash. After days of criticism,
I mean, if you are trying to argue semantics, it's just not gonna calm anyone down, you know?
the studio apologized and adjusted access so Edge of Darkness owners could get the PvE mode without paying extra, but the Unheard Edition remains on sale, and many players still feel burned by the original marketing. Oblivion Horse Armor. One of the very first examples of paid downloadable content on video games was when Bethesda charged real money for a piece of cosmetic horse armor inside the Elder Scrolls IV Oblivion. It costs around 200 marketplace points, which is about $2.50 USD. And all it did was let you dress up your in-game horse and make your horse harder to kill by giving it a slight health boost. To many players back then, that felt ridiculous. Here they were, having just bought a full-priced game, only to be asked to pay again for something that didn't change the core experience. No new quests, no story, just armor for your mount. players still bought them anyway. Designers from Bethesda later admitted they were testing the waters for downloadable content and didn't realize how gamers would react, and even joked years later that people will buy anything, an acknowledgement of both the criticism and the fact that players actually did buy it in the millions. It's often credited as one of the first mainstream paid DLCs, and is retrospectively seen as the moment the industry began experimenting with monetization models that would later evolve into cosmetic packs, skin stores, and microtransactions across nearly every genre. Plants vs. Zombies. Plants vs. Zombies started as a beloved, simple tower defense classic, a paid game with fair progression and no microtransactions, where strategy and skill mattered above all. But after EA acquired PopCap in 2011, the franchise began shifting toward a free.
After EA acquired. Those words are on so many tombstones.
To play monetized model that many longtime fans felt fundamentally changed what they loved about it. That shift became most obvious with Plants vs. Zombies 2. Instead of being a straightforward paid sequel, PvZ2 was free with in-app purchases and paywalls, including some mechanics that felt like they were pushing players towards spending just to progress comfortably. At one point, the game even briefly required players to pay to restore lawnmowers after they were used, before the backlash forced the change to be removed. Over time, more plants and power-ups were locked behind real money purchases or premium currency, and many players reported ad prompts, locked content, and grinding loops that felt designed to funnel money rather than celebrate strategy. Classic plants from the original game like Snow Pea, Imitator, and Jalapeno were unusable for free-to-play players. Some community narratives also tied this shift back to the departure of the original creator, George Fan. After PopCap's acquisition by EA, Fan left the company during a round of layoffs. He later acknowledged he didn't agree with the freemium direction of the sequel, even if his exit wasn't directly tied to that disagreement. The contrast between the carefree, skill-based charm of the original and the heavily monetized sequel became.
It just feels so weird to hear skill-based while looking at Plants vs. Zombies, you know?
A symbol of how monetization can erode.
I mean, don't get me wrong, it is correct, it's just so fucking weird to hear.
Player goodwill. The franchise still exists and evolves, but for a lot of players, the garden just doesn't feel the same. Apex Legends. Another example of greed by EA. What is it, the third time this video? Apex Legends was among the most popular free-to-play battle royale games ever, alongside the likes of Fortnite and PUBG. But as the years have gone by, a growing portion of the community feels profit has started to overshadow player experience. One of the most infamous examples came from the Iron Crown event, a limited collection of cosmetics released with a loot box-based system that forced players to buy dozens of Apex packs if they wanted all the exclusive items. With only 2 free packs available, players realized obtaining the full set could cost well over $150 or more, and the highly desired heirloom item pushed the total cost into the $170 range if you chased it through microtransactions alone. Respawn later apologized for how the event was monetized.
Once again, it is so depressing that I kinda have to say it sounds tame compared to what else is out there.
Admitting it missed the mark on a promise of fair monetization, but the backlash had already left a bad taste. Monetization complaints didn't stop there. Players have repeatedly blasted high skin prices, with some bundle price tags sparking outrage on Reddit and social media, calling EA the devil, and the events a cash grab shit show. More recently, updates like the Legend Spotlight Pass, a paid track costing around $10 just to access character challenges and rewards, sparked immediate backlash for locking progression behind another paywall. Charging money to do challenges didn't fare well with the players at all, and the move was labeled insanely greedy. When Apex Legends announced
I mean, when you say insanely greedy, EA is always come on,
controversial changes to the Battle Pass system, splitting seasons into multiple paid passes, and reducing free options, Steam and community reaction did not hold back, with review bombing and players threatening to quit if pricing continued to prioritize.
We just stop using that term. Like, I don't know, it just makes it sound negative when, you know, Review bombing is when you fucking deserve bad reviews. Like, if you just make an awesome fucking game, nobody goes there to review bomb it.
Prioritize monetization over value. For many, Apex's monetization has gone from understandable optional transactions to a series of decisions that feel more like a cash grab than a player-first, free-to-play experience.
Okay. Right. Well, that exists. I don't know. I didn't expect much, I kinda just wanted to know more, I suppose. Okay, what else do we wanna do? Right, well, I also had this in my recommendations. Case plays a trivia quiz that everyone should know. Let's see what this shit is about.
Your brain with 101 general knowledge questions everyone should know. In this quiz, there's
everyone should know? Okay.
Multiple choice. You'll have to rely on memory. So if you're ready, let's get
Wait,
started.
did it say
choice. Quiz. There's
everyone should know? Okay.
Multiple choice.
that's a great pause. I don't fucking know if it said there is or there isn't multiple
You'll have
choice.
to rely on memory. So if you're ready, let's get started. What is the fear of
Arachnophobia!
called?
I'm sorry for you.
Well, Bro is passionate about that, huh?
Yelling.
The correct answer
I mean,
is
I suppose Case is
arachnophobia.
passionate about everything, kinda.
How many time zones are there in the world?
Probably 24.
So there's like 3 or 4 of them in the United States of America alone. 5.
That's a nice American logic. I mean, Bro is definitely joking, but I feel like a lot of Americans wouldn't be joking there.
What do bees collect and use to make honey?
Some flower shit. Like, I don't know what the English word is.
The answer is nectar.
Oh.
Okay.
This is a stupid video.
What does the U in USB stand for?
Universal!
Bro is really excited to know things that everyone should know.
Oh
It
my
stands
goodness.
for universal.
Oh my goodness, I'm actually him.
Which blood cells help fight infection?
White blood cells. Yo, I'm a genius.
I
Oh
don't
my
remember the
goodness,
name
get
either.
off me.
Yeah.
Correct. It's the white blood cells.
How you know I said that?
They do have a name, come on. Like, I get Case, but like the test should have the actual name, no?
What is the coldest place on Earth?
Like either Arctic or Antarctic?
Antarctica. Gotta be.
The correct answer is Antarctica.
That's too easy, chat. Come on, man.
What animal appears on the Ferrari logo?
Horse.
A horse.
Well, what do you
You
know?
got
I
it.
said
Oh
it
my
first.
goodness, I'm him, dude.
How long is a cat's pregnancy on average?
3 months.
How the fuck is this something everyone should know? What the fuck?
It's about 9 weeks, or 63 to 65 days.
I was wrong.
What is the only planet that rotates clockwise?
Saturn.
Is it Saturn? I don't think it's Saturn.
The answer is Venus.
Okay. Like, I did not remember the right answer, but I did clock that his was wrong.
Which is faster, sound or light?
Are you seriously gonna disrespect my intelligence by asking me this question, ma'am? Are you dead serious? Do you think I'm stupid?
I mean, bro, it says some things that everyone should know, so... but yeah, that's crazy shit.
There's nothing faster than the speed of light. Are you joking? I don't need these handouts.
I mean, it's crazy to have this and how long cat pregnancy is in, like, the same quiz.
I'm mad.
Light travels much quicker than sound.
Duh!
Much quicker seems to be an understatement.
What is a group of lions called?
A pack.
Is it a pride? If it's not, sorry, ESL. Like, it isn't my language, okay?
They are
Okay,
called a
it's the
pride.
same.
Where was ice cream first invented?
Now, why would I wanna know that?
America.
It was invented in China.
Well, that sucks.
How many years are in a century?
100.
No shit.
The answer is 100
I've
years.
gotten most of these right so far.
Man,
I've
this is
13
so
questions
fucking
and I think
weird.
I've got like 10 right.
It's like, how many years in century? What is faster, sound or light? Where was the ice cream invented? How long is cat pregnancy? Like, what the fuck is this quiz?
How many colors are there in a rainbow?
8.
6 or 7 depending on how you count them, I think.
There are 7 colors.
What if there was a technology where humans could live like animals by pretending to be an animal?
This is like Avatar.
What is the
Same
hardest
case.
substance in the human
Same.
body?
Bone.
Probably, yeah. I actually don't know, now that I'm thinking about it.
The correct answer is tooth enamel.
That's not the same.
What is the main ingredient in chocolate?
Cocoa.
Uh-huh. Although...
That would
Okay.
be cocoa beans.
That's too easy.
Still is. So not all hope is lost.
What color is the black box on an airplane?
Black?
Orange?
Why are you even asking this?
They are normally a bright color like orange.
Yep.
What is the capital of India?
New Delhi? Or is it? I don't fucking know. Okay,
The
I
answer is
guess
New
I do
Delhi.
know. Same quiz as what's faster, light or sound, by the way.
Which bird can't fly but can swim?
Penguin?
Penguin. Dude, I'm a genius.
answer is
Oh
a
my
penguin.
goodness, man. I'm a problem.
Well, one of those is definitely true.
Which country is credited for inventing paper?
China or
Great
Egypt, probably. Of
That
course,
would
it's
be China.
China.
Dog, what?
Which famous artist cut off part of his own ear?
Van Gogh?
Mozart.
That was Vincent van Gogh.
Bro, I mean, at least Go was back at that point. Or no, wait, it wasn't back. I mean, I did. Beethoven? I don't know, one of those guys that starts with B and that went deaf.
Dog, I'm about to tweak.
Which planet is closest to the sun?
Mercury.
Yep.
The correct answer is
The
Mercury.
questions that actually require knowledge, I get them right, by the way.
What is the largest country?
The questions that have that like are allowed to be on this quiz, he gets right. Mostly.
In the world by land area.
Asia.
That's right,
Pass.
you got it. Russia. What is the smallest country in the world?
Vatican?
America.
That would be Vatican
What is
City.
that?
Oh, come on, man. No, like, I get not remembering it, but what is that is a wild thing to say.
How many continents are there?
Okay, I already lost, huh? 6. No,
Oh
7.
my...
See, this is why I had a problem, like... It's whether they count Europe and Asia, like, separately or together, and... Okay, like... In my language, it's like 2 separate words, and I'm pretty sure continent out of those 2 is the one that goes for where Europe and Asia are together. So, that's what happened, okay?
Dude, what? They're connected!
In which country is Angel Falls located?
America. This is ridiculous.
It's found in Venezuela.
Okay.
Never even heard about that one. I think. I'm pretty sure.
Which actor played Forrest Gump?
Tom Hanks.
Dog, what's his name? Oh my goodness,
That's correct. It was Tom Hanks.
Yo, I gotta get off this. This is getting bad. This is getting disrespectful.
How many bones are in a human foot?
Apparently a bunch.
32.
Like, why the fuck would everyone know how many bones are in the foot?
The
Close.
correct answer is 26.
Close.
What are Canada's 2 national sports?
Hockey
Hockey and whatever.
and ice skating.
Canada has both ice hockey and lacrosse.
Hey, I got one of them.
What is the chemical symbol for potassium?
E.T. I don't remember. It's a language thing. I like I don't remember which element it
With
is.
a line through it.
The chemical.
Yep. It's what the God damn it, what the fuck is it in like my language? I don't know. I don't even remember, but it does start with a K actually. So, you know, there is that. Fuck it. Kali. Okay. As I said, it does start with a K.
Symbol is K. In math, what prime number comes after 3?
I forgot what a prime
7?
number is. I'm gonna go
I think.
6.
Oh,
The
5
next
is
prime
as well,
number is
right.
5. What is Spider-Man's real name?
Toby Maguire, I think.
That's a good one.
The correct answer is Peter Parker.
Who is Toby Maguire?
Nah, his version is better.
Oh my goodness, this is ridiculous. Yo, this is actually ridiculous.
What nickname is Venus commonly known by?
Vinny?
What the fuck? What the fuck you mean nickname for Venus?
What do you mean?
Yeah, I'm with you, Case.
The answer is the morning
What?
Yeah, I'm still with Case on
zeros
this one.
are in 1 billion?
9?
10.
It has 9 zeros. Which element is used in thermometers and is liquid at room temperature?
Oh my goodness, oh my goodness,
Mercury?
that's odd. Oh, I know this. Oh my goodness, that's odd. That's... Potassium. I forgot, man.
Correct. It's mercury.
Okay, it is the same word. Right.
This is bad. This is...
Bronitz ad block.
Now
This is like a aura loss.
How many oceans are there on Earth?
4? No, that doesn't sound right. 5 and I'm missing one?
3. Please.
There are 5 major oceans.
Okay.
What was the name
I
of
missed
the
the
rabbit
Arctic
in
one.
Disney's Bambi?
Can I be real? I don't think I ever watched it. Somehow.
Bunny.
Yeah, you got it. It's Thumper.
Sorry, I'm not 80 years old.
How many toes does an ostrich have on each foot?
3.
Probably 4, cause like the fucking tiny thing in the back counts.
They
Wait,
have
what?
2 toes on each foot.
I'm pretty sure that's not right, but okay.
How
Well,
many
that's
centimeters
unexpected.
are in a meter?
Centi is usually a clue, you know?
50.
And it's a second fucking time
The
it's
answer
used
is
in
100
this
centimeters.
test.
What shape is a stop sign?
Hexagon.
Whatever the fuck he said, yeah.
The correct answer is
Oh,
an octagon.
alright. I mostly walk. And I don't give a shit about stop signs.
Which TV chef presents Hell's Kitchen?
Gordon Ramsay. I'm him.
You're like two Gordon Ramsay's case.
That would be Gordon Ramsay.
This is the worst day of my life.
How many months have 31 days?
Ah, fuck if I know.
9.
There are 7 months with 31 days.
What the fuck is this graph? Like, why is it on a hand? I don't fucking know. Must be some American thing. Did I unpost? No, I don't know.
Which element forms a diamond?
Carbon? I think.
Cave.
The
Okay.
correct answer is carbon. What does Hakuna Matata mean?
See you later.
Once again, Case is not
That's right.
80
It
years
means
old.
no worries.
Neither am I.
How many sides does a hexagon have?
6.
10.
The answer is 6.
This is the worst day of my life, actually.
How many chambers does the human heart have?
2 or
It's
4?
gotta be
I
4
don't
because
fucking
I've heard
remember.
people having like a quadruple bypass.
You got it. It has 4 chambers.
Let's go. I'm back.
Okay. Why are 2 of them looking like a penis?
Which element is represented by the symbol Fe
Iron.
on the periodic table?
Ferrinium.
Nice try, that would
correct
actually
answer
make
is
sense.
Why?
What do you call lines that never intersect?
Parallel?
A beam.
They call
Case
them
got a bit
parallel
going.
lines.
This is actually like this is stupid.
What is 11 multiplied by 12?
I'm not about to stop and count.
133.
The answer is 132.
And that's why I didn't stop and count.
What is the main ingredient in miso paste used in traditional Japanese miso soup?
Some beans? I don't fucking know.
That's right, soybeans.
Okay.
Should have figured that out, honestly.
What is the capital of South Korea?
Seoul?
Indiana. I have no idea, man.
The correct answer is
Nice
Seoul.
choice.
How could you expect me to know that? Like, actually.
Who is the author of The
I mean, he's American, that's fair.
Cat in the Hat?
Oh my god. Oh my goodness. I know his name. I know his name.
A human. I don't. I mean, it will probably be a familiar name, but I don't.
Yep, y'all said it, bro.
The answer, of course, is Dr. Seuss.
Okay.
Which U.S. state has the longest coastline?
That's got to be California.
I'll trust him on that one. I don't fucking know.
That would be Alaska.
Okay, that does make
Dog,
sense,
are
actually.
you kidding me?
What is the name of a shape with 9 sides?
Fuck. What the fuck is Latin for 9 thing?
Helion.
I actually don't remember. Oh,
It's called a nonagon.
okay. Like, I know hexagon is like 6? No. I'm not sure if that's like weird on its own or not. Octagon, like oct is normal for 8, deck is normal for like 10. I could never remember 9 or 7 for that matter. No, 7 is sept. Well, septem technically, but you get what I mean, right?
What is the name of the sea between the United Kingdom and Scandinavia?
The Red Sea.
Probably not.
It's called the North Sea.
Makes sense, I suppose. I do not remember that one
On
either.
which continent is the Sahara Desert located?
Gee, I wonder. I mean, okay, I am failing a bunch at this point, so I will say it's Africa. Like, I don't think I have a scoffing rights anymore, you know?
The Sahara Desert is
Yo, jumpsuit with the 25 gifted. W jumpsuit with the 25 gifted. I appreciate you.
located in Africa. What do you call a group of fish?
A school, because I'm him. The actual difficult
It's still
question
so
I know.
fucking weird.
Yeah, of course, a school. What is the square root of 144?
12. Oh my goodness, I'm a genius.
The answer is 12.
That's actually ridiculous.
True.
dude.
What does the word Renaissance mean in English?
Like a resurrection or something close to that.
The correct answer is rebirth.
That's gotta be the same thing. That's gotta be the same thing.
Wait, what did he say?
The correct answer.
A renewal.
Yeah.
The correct answer
It's all
is
synonyms,
That's gotta
basically.
Be the same thing. That's gotta be the same thing.
Well, more or less.
The greatest stories are on Disney Plus and Hulu.
That's the same.
No,
thing.
they aren't.
And the compulsion to put things right.
Someone makes
I'm
sense
counting
of it.
that.
Like, okay, Bro needs adblock still, but no, they are not. What the fuck?
What is the name of the largest moon of Saturn?
Titan? Or is it Jupiter's? I think Titan.
Anopolis.
Okay.
It's called Titan.
Okay.
I am not terrible, at least.
Who discovered penicillin?
A
James
human.
R. Martin. Like dog. Okay.
That was Alexander Fleming.
Like bro.
On the same quiz as what is faster, sound or light? By the way.
Are unicorns real or mythical?
Mythical. I hope nobody's keeping count.
What the fuck?
Unfortunately, they are just mythical creatures.
I don't know about unfortunately.
In what year
About
did
unfortunate,
World
to
War
be
I
honest.
begin?
Man, we're looking like
1914.
1880.
Okay.
It began in 1914.
Okay.
Who painted the Mona Lisa?
Mozart.
No, it was Mozart's mom.
That was Leonardo da Vinci.
Yo, I'm about to have
For the record, I did know that.
Is an avocado a fruit or a vegetable?
It's some green shit. I actually don't know.
A vegetable.
An avocado is botanically a fruit.
Well, we don't care what botanically said.
Same.
What colors are flamingos when they are born?
White,
Well,
and then they turn
apparently not pink.
I'm him.
Correct. They have gray or white feathers.
Yep, I'm him.
Okay.
What is the name of a baby kangaroo?
It has a name?
A fawn.
Oh.
You got it. They're called a joey.
What the fuck? Like, when he said phone, I was... Oh, that type of thing. Okay, that makes sense. What? Yeah, I feel you, bro.
How many wings does a bee have?
4?
2.
Question mark?
In
Okay.
total, bees have 4 wings. Which domesticated animal was sacred and worshipped by ancient Egyptians?
Cats, as they should be.
Cats, that's the only thing that makes sense.
The correct answer is a cat.
Jumpsuit with the 10, thank you.
On average, which planet is closest to Earth?
Mercury,
Mars.
I think.
I'm back.
I don't know, I seem to remember that this kind of stuff is like trick, and it's usually Mercury because it doesn't actually like go far.
I'm back. I'm actually back.
Yep.
That's right, it's Mercury.
What?
Area 51 is located in which American state?
Nevada.
Whatever he said.
Yo, what did you
I
say,
don't
you
fucking know.
filthy loser? No joke, it's actually making me sad seeing he's so dumb.
Damn.
Yeah, you're out of here.
Area 51 is located in Nevada.
Celestial with the 5.
What bird features on the flag of Mexico?
Well, I can't see it from here. I don't fucking know.
The answer is a golden eagle.
Okay, sure, I mean, of course it's an eagle. Should have
What
guessed.
type of animal is a whale?
A mammal! Yes!
But
a
I was
mammal!
excited. Damn.
The correct answer is a mammal.
Because it breathes air.
That's not what makes it a mammal, but sure. It does.
What is the name of a shape with 7 sides?
Septagon, I guess? Since we already covered the septum thing.
A savoctagon.
Hepta.
Correct. It's called a
Okay.
heptagon.
Yeah, let's name it after hepatitis instead of like something that's similar to the number of sides it has. Okay.
What is the currency of Sweden?
Guess it's not euro?
Stone.
I don't fucking know.
The answer is Swedish
Dude,
krona.
this is actually
Okay.
ridiculous, man.
Which direction does the sun rise from?
The East.
Yep.
That's right. It rises from the east.
Dude, this is bad.
Which country is shaped like a boot?
Italy.
Louisiana.
The correct answer is Italy.
That's a high heel, but okay.
True.
What do the letters DNA stand for?
Desoxyribonucleic acid, I think. Something like that.
Diagonal neutral adhesive.
It stands for deoxyribonucleic acid.
Close enough.
What Italian word originally meant pie and now refers to a famous dish?
Pizza?
People in everywhere.
You got that one.
Wow.
Okay.
Pizza.
I mean, I didn't
What
fucking know, but
substance
that was an
weakens
easy
Superman?
guess.
Kryptonite.
Uh-huh.
Of course, yeah. It's kryptonite.
Yeah, of course. Shut up.
What is the smallest bone in the human body called?
The flapper valve.
Sure is.
The answer is the stapes found in the ear.
Come back and move forward with Purdue Global at purdueglobal.edu.
I don't
Bro really needs a fucking ad block. In which sport is a T used? Is this a golf thing? I don't fucking know. I think I heard something like that about... I have no idea, man. Okay, it was golf.
Yes, correct. It's golf.
Like, I did hear something like to make the connection. I don't even know which thing in golf it refers to.
I don't feel good.
What is a group of kittens called?
A litter.
Uh-huh.
They're called a Kindle.
What?
What is the national sport of Japan?
What the fuck? Anime. I have another idea from World War II, but I'm probably better off not saying it. Oh, I did have some fun sports back then.
Baseball.
The answer is sumo wrestling.
Okay, that does make sense.
What is 1/4 of 1,000?
250.
Yep. Like, how are all these questions on the same quiz?
The correct answer is
That is
250.
named 101 questions everyone should know.
How many inches are in a foot?
12. I'm back. I'm 2 for 2 right now.
I'm
so
not
back.
American, I don't
getting the rest
fucking
of them
know.
right.
Correct. 1 foot has 12 inches.
I don't feel good no more.
What ancient civilization built Machu Picchu?
Mayans, I think.
That was the Inca
Inca,
civilization.
right. Well, it was a guess between the two.
Up to how many years can a snail
Except the second one I couldn't actually remember.
sleep for?
Like, I could if I had time, but oops.
2 years.
What the fuck even is this question? How many years can a snail sleep for? Like, what?
The answer is up to 3 years.
Must be nice.
So
What
true.
film did Justin Timberlake star in about the invention of Facebook?
Oh, social
Whatever.
network?
It
Yep.
was called The Social Network.
Dude, I'm about to throw up. I don't feel good no more.
How many individual squares are on a standard chessboard?
I think there's like
64?
60 of them. 64.
The correct answer is 64.
Oh my goodness, I'm him! I said 64 last second!
Congrats, bro.
I'm back.
What is the name of Elon Musk's aerospace company?
Suck dick engineering?
NASA?
That's correct. It's SpaceX.
For the record, I did know that, but come on, man.
How many time zones are there in Canada?
Okay, Case did say it's 4 in US, so I'll go with 4. I don't know. No idea.
Canada has 6
That's
time zones.
legitimately wrong, but
Okay.
sure.
In what country would you find the city of Marrakesh?
That is 100% like France. That's Italy, matter of fact.
No, but I don't have my own options.
Fact. Oh,
That could be
Okay.
found in Morocco.
okay. Jumpsuit with the 10.
In what year did the Berlin Wall fall?
Like
1996.
1989, I think. I'm not sure.
Correct?
Well,
It
fuck
fell
me,
in
I should have been sure.
1989.
Riv with the 5, thank you.
That's an honest
Which is
surprise.
the only U.S. state that starts with the letter P?
Pennsylvania. What you talking about? You think I'm stupid?
What he said.
The correct answer is Pennsylvania. How many zeros are in 1 trillion?
12? Okay.
The answer is 12 zeros. How many letters are in the English alphabet?
32.
20 something. 27? Why do I care?
The correct answer, of course, is 26.
I mean, I was closer.
What is rapper Eminem's real name?
How and why should I know?
His real name is Marshall Mathers.
Congratulations.
That's a lot.
How many legs does a butterfly have?
Minimum 4.
Probably 8? Fuck.
The answer is 6 legs. In Greek mythology, who turned everything he touched into gold?
Medusa.
Midas. Close, though, kinda.
Yo, I'm pretty sure this whole video was invented for you to feel stupid. Like, actually, all of these questions aren't general knowledge as they, like, portray it to be.
I mean, not all of
This
them
is
are.
actually built to make you feel stupid.
This one feels like it was easy, though, but... yeah, it is weird.
Midas. What is SpongeBob's best friend's name?
Case.
Thank you for ending it on the high note. Thank you.
The correct answer is Patrick.
Oh my goodness, facts. Oh my goodness, facts.
Okay. Yep. And everyone's mentioning, well, not everyone, 2 out of 4 mentioning the fucking cat pregnancy question. Yep. I know, that was probably the weirdest one to have on this, huh?
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, facts. Oh man. Yeah.
Wait, was that? What's the currency on the Alpha Centauri star system? There probably isn't one, although... Yeah. Pretty sure there isn't one. Which is the most common mineral in Jupiter's 18th largest moon? Does it have 18? No, it does have. It's like in 20s at least, I think, or was it for Saturn? I don't know, probably does have 18.
Yeah, right here, this is comment of the year. General knowledge, what's the currency on the Alpha Centauri star system? Which is the most common mineral in Jupiter's 18th largest? Oh my goodness, dude, that is so true. Oh my goodness,
Yeah.
I feel so vindicated. I'm so glad, man. I knew it wasn't just me. I knew it, chat. I knew it was not just me.
Nah, that shit was crazy.
I'm not dumb, bro.
Okay. Right, so USA versus Europe memes or history memes? Fuck. Hang on, I need to clear my throat. What the fuck was that sound? Are we better? Okay, we are better. That's good to know. Right, let's do US versus Europe memes.
Punching a wall in the US versus in EU. Europeans, when they
Okay,
see
true.
Americans, no free healthcare. Europe is
They
asleep.
do be
These-
doing that. Here in Ukraine, we do technically have free healthcare, but yeah. Basically, no.
These are called chips, and these are called. No, they're not. We are not asleep. I feel bad for you, said Europe. These are called chips, and these are called. No, they're.
I think it's only UK that this is the case, no?
No, we are not asleep. I feel bad for you, said Europe. I don't even think about you at all, said America. Americans,
I probably don't know Europe exists.
when it's 90 degrees outside.
And, you know, I don't mean it in like smug way, I mean it in just stupid way.
Versus Europeans when it's 90 degrees. Who even uses Celsius? Like, how extra? Places which use Celsius versus Fahrenheit.
Thank you for the explanation of the previous one, that is very nice of you.
You guys are extra. Medieval Europe versus medieval Europe in movie/documentaries. Europe,
So
Americans naming cities.
Like, can we stop doing that shit? KCD2 looks fire. Come on.
Europe, new city name. The most expensive room per night in Europe versus America. Traveling to a different country in a movie starter pack. USA, Mexico, India, Canada, South America, Scandinavia/Eastern Europe. Grass in USA versus
Do they
grass
do
in
Scandinavia
Europe.
in the same
25-year-old
way?
European versus 25-year-old American. Grass in Europe. 25.
I am pretty sure at this point this 25-year-old American is only like if he's either a very successful streamer or sold a kidney. Honestly, I mean, European at this point is kinda the same, but less so, I feel like.
5-year-old European versus 25-year-old American. I still can't believe Americans don't call car parks car park. What? Is that where you bring your car on weekends so it can play with other cars? No, it's where you park your car. Almost like an area of land. A lot, if you will, for parking cars. A parking lot. A car park.
No, I mean, like, car park makes more sense, but it was a nice one.
100 acres of pizza are served in the US every day. Who the hell measures pizza in acres? USA! How Europeans see Americans. I've got to embrace the flag. I've got to sniff the flag. I've got to lick the flag. I've got to wash the flag. I've got to date the flag. And I've got to be the flag.
They do be weird about their flag, huh?
People who leave their phones set to military times are war criminals. How do you look at 405 and go, wow, I can understand that. Bootlickers, what's next? You gonna join the army?
I mean, it's easier than remembering what AM and PM is.
Recruit me? Americans be like, okay, I can't count past 12 actually. If I have a medical emergency, don't you dare call an ambulance. You better Uber my butt to the hospital because we are not about to pay $5,000 for a ride in the Wii U wagon. Everyone outside the USA laughing nervously. What? Hey Canadians, have fun at school tomorrow. Hey Americans, have fun paying your healthcare. Stop.
An American saying have fun at school tomorrow is just wild.
Guys, we're friends, remember? Children, behave, else mother shall have to give the pair of you a bollocking. You couldn't beat 13 states, let alone 50. Lol, Australia doesn't even exist. Aussies are just spicier British people. What are flavorless British people? Just normal British people? What are Americans? Cheesy stuffed British people.
With butter. Or deep fried. Not sure.
British keyboards have a special pound key on their keyboards. How do you hashtag? Hashtag is over by the enter key. Don't you worry your little butt. What do American keyboards look like then? Oh, as an American, I can confirm this. European kids getting ready for another school year. American kids getting ready for another school year. Rural town in the... I hate this word, bruh. Rural town in the US.
Okay, I can feel that. What? Like, okay, I get that it's supposed to be that European one looks worse, which they on average don't, but more importantly, what the fuck is this building on the left?
A policeman is approaching you in Europe versus them approaching you in America. To be honest, Americans are so funny. They're like, OMG, there's a concert near my house. It's like a 3 hours drive. And Europeans are like, what? A 3 hour drive? Are you kidding me? I'm not going to France for that. Australians crying in the distance. Invent a new sport. Spread it globally. Be bad at it. Invent a new sport. No one else plays it. Declare world championship. An American pickup in Europe. Why is it so fat? The American who thinks that America sucks is moving to Europe.
No
The
reason.
European who thinks that Europe sucks is moving to America. Europe.
Okay, that does seem to be real.
Americans are so uncivilized and violent. Also Europe whenever someone scores a goal in soccer. It's football! To be honest, it's kind of...
Yeah, well, it doesn't make it more reasonable. Doesn't make watching it more reasonable either, but that's for another time.
Kind of funny how so many Americans are convinced that every house over like 10 years old has a ghost. This house is 100 years old. People have died in here. Like, okay. Yeah, but in Europe, when they're like, someone has died here, they mean like 4 generations have lived peacefully and passed of old age in this home. In America, someone died here is like, some dude locked his mum in the basement and she starved to death. People in Northern Europe with 12-degree weather.
Yeah.
When Americans complain about heat. Europe, I'm in my 30s and don't have a car. We don't care. Get the bus. USA, I'm in my 30s and don't have a car. If you speak to us again, we will call the police. US sports fans. Mix us together in the crowd. It's all good. European fans. Me, an American, trying to chum up with Europeans. The Europeans. 20-year-old American boys. Mom, can I drink a beer? No, you are way too young. 15-year-old European boys. Dad, I'm getting a beer with the boys. Can I join?
I mean, that would probably be too much, but like, yeah, come on. 21 is when you stop drinking, not start.
Americans, when Americans make fun of the United States. Americans, when Europeans make fun of America. Europeans to Americans. Europeans to Americans when they need military support. How Europeans think of Americans who have a carry license. American chocolate. You think you're better than me.
Americans need a license? I'm pretty sure they mostly don't, and that is like the problem, no?
European chocolate. I am better than you. Americans be like, I'm looking at myself in the mirror. Americans be like, I'm gonna go watch a war movie. Americans be like, I'm gonna go eat an orange. Americans see a tree rodent and go, look, a squirrel. Americans be like, can you give me a glass of water? Europeans, I can't believe Americans don't use the metric system. Americans with 3 grams and a 9mm in their pocket. Europeans with cryptids. What whimsical creatures. Let's invite them in for tea. Thank you. We'd love some tea. Let us celebrate. Americans with cryptids. This is the last forest you're haunting, you son of a... I'm gonna smash your corpse when I'm done. Europeans, when you ask them what they know about America. When you realize that the US is technically older than the UK. Europeans, when they see...
I mean, that's a big fucking technicality, huh?
an American minding their own business. We are intellectually superior in every way. Europeans, gun laws. Americans, when Europeans find out that they created the American. No. Americans microwaving their tea. Britons drinking instant coffee. Europeans, let's make memes about Americans. That'll show them. Americans, I'm sorry. Who are you again? Brits making fun of Americans for using feet. Also Brits when they use stones for weight. When you are
okay, that's a wild one.
British and your American friend says, let's play football, but then they bring an ellipse-shaped ball. I am a bit confused. The beginning of the American Revolution. You owe me like $1. You'll have to kill me for it. We're experiencing heavy snow. Massive snowstorm. Duh, more vodka. Looks like spring, eh? When I see British citizens mocking the president, I just remember that in 100 years, they went from ruling 1/4 of the world to living on an island the size of Michigan. So this is an American translator for what Americans say and what it means.
Okay, yeah, that does seem about right.
I'm afraid of Americans. This is super real. Let's get coffee sometime means goodbye, I like you. Or let's stay in touch means goodbye, I don't like you that much. Today I learned Americans call a knob of butter a stick of butter. Wait.
What of butter now? I'm pretty sure they use the same word for dick. Both, actually. Huh. Well, I mean, stick less so, but still.
We call it a knob too. Who the hell calls it? We call it a knob. What? Those Americans are terrible with all of their shootings that happen. Meanwhile in Europe, Americans, when you tell them, European isn't a country, confused unga boonga. American drivers trying to navigate the narrow streets of an old European city. How Europeans think Americans get to work. Literally true. POV.
Yeah, that's
0.2
similar,
seconds after arriving in the USA. Americans. Why do Europeans think they're better than us? Europeans. USA. France, help me. France. Can't, I'm broke. It's against the British. France. What are Europe and America's views on gun safety? Europe says guns should be highly controlled and used only by responsible adults. America says if their age is on the clock, then they can use a Glock. How Americans see USA versus USA in reality. Olive oil Europe versus butter Europe. Can see USA versus USA in reality. Olive oil.
Like, I'm pretty sure you don't use them, like, in quite the same way, but... kinda makes sense.
Europe versus butter Europe. Europe every couple decades. Father, I crave violence. Aliens visiting the United States versus aliens visiting Eastern Europe. Driving directions in Europe.
Yeah, even aliens had
1922.
the first.
Drives on the left, drives on the right. Mixed. Mixed.
The fuck do you mean mixed?
Europe, 1922. Drives on the left.
Also, that is way more left than I expected. Huh.
Drives on the right. Mixed. Mixed. Average USA hospital visit. This is horrible. This man has no insurance. I'm on it, doctor. They pushed him off. They killed him. Australian arrested in Australia. Australian arrested in Europe. European arrested in Australia. Toilet in Europe versus toilet in India. Versus Amber Heard's toilet. Speed cameras anywhere else. Speed cameras in Eastern Europe.
It do be like that.
How Americans see Europe. It's too far away. We can't. Americans simply cannot conceive of how gloomy Europe is.
Okay, some actual, like, map legend would be nice.
Wow, so UK is horrible. Let's go.
Oh, come on, it's not that bad.
At 19 years
At
old
least
in
it
America.
probably
Can I
doesn't
buy a
get
bottle
too
of
hot,
vodka?
huh?
USA. No, that's illegal and irresponsible. Can I go $50,000 in debt for education? We encourage it. American Impossible Challenge. Americans tried to name this country challenge. Impossible. Americans literally have no banter. I don't know what country this is coming from, but we've probably beaten you in a war at some point. I'm a
Probably not.
American.
They
Civil
do have
War.
a spicy
America.
track
I'll
record.
kick anyone's butt. I'll kick your butt. I'll kick your dog's butt too. I'll even kick my own butt. Remember that time it got so hot in some parts of Australia? The bottoms of people's thongs were literally melting to the asphalt. And people still ask me why I hate summer. For Americans reading this post, a thong is a flip-flop. A flip-flop. Oh.
Damn. I didn't think about that. That would be a way worse summer, huh?
Oh, racism in Europe versus racism in America. Europeans memeing on Americans.
Yeah, but they look the same way, so it's okay.
Europeans being memed on by Americans. Anti-curfew riots in the Netherlands. America. Europe. Europe. Netherlands. Dude, you're embarrassing me in front of the Americans. Europe is better because we have social benefits. That's only possible because the US rebuilt Europe. So the evolution of cars for USA, Germany, and Russia. 100 years in the future. USA Michigan versus Norway. How the rest of the world sees the USA. Los Angeles. What? Disney World. Yeehaw. New York.
Yeah, that's about right.
Being bilingual in America versus being bilingual in Europe, I thought it would be the opposite. No, it
Kinda, I suppose, yeah.
has to be, right? It's the opposite. Europe's so good they made a sequel. History books. History books if Europe had natural resources. Salesman slaps USA. You can fit so many idiots in this bad boy. Hunting in Mexico versus hunting in Australia versus hunting in USA.
Okay, that looks like a fucking terrible idea that I would love to try.
Everything's better with explosives. I've always scoffed at those "OMG, Europe is tiny" posts, but we just took the wrong exit driving back to our cabin, and we literally ended up in Norway and decided to just stay for dinner. So yeah,
Nice.
This just happened again. There isn't even a sign that says "Welcome to Norway." You're just there all of a sudden. I could miss an exit and still stay in my state for another 8 hours. Americans, cricket is a dumb
Where
game.
is the fun in that, huh?
USA wins one match. Americans. Oh, mercy me. I keep forgetting I'm in the colonies. My favorite post. Please tell me that people in Britain actually call the USA the colonies. We call you
Well,
the
they
colonies.
should.
We don't call you the colonies. Europeans. I drove 40 minutes to the Netherlands for some groceries and then popped into Germany to see some of my relatives before driving back home. Americans. I was in
Nice.
Florida. I drove for 9 hours. Now I'm still in Florida. I have a deep respect for Scotland because I was at an Ireland versus Scotland football match and their chant was, "We hate England more than you." One time at a Germany versus
Cool.
Scotland game, some German fans started the "Stand up if you hate England" chant, and the whole stadium stood up. What did we do? What didn't we do? Does this mean that England is the US of Europe? Where do you think the US got
Kinda,
it
yeah.
from? Go for a walk. The scenery will cheer you up. People in Eastern Europe.
Yep, that sounds about right. Well, looks, I suppose.
USA, we're going to make a League of Nations, Europe, and you're going to join it, right? USA, you're going to join it, right? But mom, can someone translate this? I don't know British. I'll do my best. Ahem. Hey yo, ma. It's mum, not mum. It's chips, not crisps. It's fries, not chips. It's color, not color.
I mean, I agree with 3 of those. 4, I suppose.
It's soccer, not football. Wrong. Why is it cancelled in the UK, but cancelled in America? Oh, I actually know the answer to this one. American newspaper ads charged by the letter, so a lot of people would eliminate unnecessary letters like the second L in cancelled, or the U in color. Some of these spelling changes were used so often that they stuck, and now Americans just spell some words differently. In summary, Americans spell things weird because of capitalism.
I mean, that's kind of optimization, so I don't know about calling it weird.
Another weird Australia fact. We are the only country that ever cancelled a boat race due to the lake being wet. Please elaborate. The Henley on Todd is a screw you boat race made to poke fun at the English's Henley on Thames. The Todd River is dry most of the time, and as a result, it hosts the only dry river regatta. Behold, the chaos. UK. Everything the light touches is our
That
kingdom,
somehow
USA,
makes a lot of
colonies.
sense.
But what about that shadowy place? You must never go there. Americans. Talking smack to the US. Other Americans. Yeah, we suck. Europeans. Talk smack about the US. Americans. America. Europeans. Universal healthcare. Americans. Europeans asking Americans where Blackshevestovich is.
What the fuck is that?
Europeans when Americans ask.
Like, I'm just trying to figure out if there is a language where, like, the entirety of that word makes sense, you know? And I don't think so.
Where Nebraska is. British cheddar versus American cheddar. Europeans arriving in NYC, wondering why the homeless dude pooping in a 7-Eleven cup wasn't included in their pamphlet.
What? This was not included? Nice addition, though.
Europeans, when someone mentions American healthcare, you'd rather spend taxes on guns than healthcare? Laughs in public healthcare. How Europe sees USA.
Okay, another one. Washington isn't the capital city, roads, McDonald's, Rada ID. Okay, Vegas, California, yeah, desert. That looks about right. How USA sees Europe seems too optimistic, to be honest.
This is how USA sees Europe. Yay, I'm glad we are just England. That's nice. I think Americans have spent long enough making fun of British accent. We need to stop making fun of our own accent. Americans be eating crayon berries. Americans be paying $20 for a crate of water bodies. Americans offered 2 choices. They have no real preference between the like 2 dozen meta. I don't think American filmmakers realize how huge London is. Because you sure have the London Eye and Houses of Parliament. But when you say London has fallen, what? So the Nando's in Catford is in flames. The Tesco in Peckham has descended into chaos. We have states bigger than your entire country. Europe, but without the... Guys, you're
Sure.
literally killing me.
But not cities. Mostly. There's like, what, 2 of them?
Well, thanks whoever made this meme. Japan, the USA, fighting in Europe, fighting in Africa. The State Department nailed my girl's passport. Want to know just how big Texas really is? This is actually mind-blowing. I don't get it. That's Europe inside Texas. Texas isn't actually that huge, is it? France, United Kingdom relations. England, screw you. France, screw you. History of the Middle East, history of Europe, history of USA. History of USA is like a DLC of Europe history. Why divide people by unrational things? And you could divide them by whether their word for cotton candy is valid or not. Examples: American English, cotton candy, good. British English, no, we don't call it fairy floss, we just call it candy floss, and that is valid.
No, it's not. And it's not better than that option either.
Spanish and German, sugar cotton, good. French, daddy's beard, not valid. I'm sorry, the French call it what? Americans, explaining why they don't want free healthcare, because they get to skip the waiting times. Europeans with identical insurance at a fraction of the cost, because it has to compete with the free one. Napoleon wants money for war with England. Thomas Jefferson wants to purchase Louisiana. British bank offers to lend Thomas the money. Thomas Jefferson borrows the money and buys Louisiana. Declares war on Britain with the Louisiana money. We can do both metric and imperial measurement.
Nice.
It's not difficult at all. Europeans making fun of Americans for using imperial measurement. Americans running the 100-meter dash, buying liters of soda, grams of drugs, and kilos of other drugs. British versus American. Favorite, and spelled very incorrectly by the American. Prince Harry officially renounces British
Once again, it's
residency.
optimization.
Lists US as his new country on document. A literal British monarch changing his alliance to the United States. We've never been more back. Afternoon.
Or have fallen. Not sure which.
Hey, how are you? Fine, how about you? I'm good. You're from Maine? I'm rotated in Europe right now, so the 1900 miles away threw me off. Where's that? Maine or Europe? Europe. Where the hell is that? It's across the ocean. The USA shouldn't police the world. Totally agree. That includes removing troops in Europe, letting Europe defend itself. But I won't be able to afford all of my social policies then, because increased military spending. Wait, why are these memes like on America's side? I'm British! No! Forget this meme, it never existed.
Oh, that's an oopsie. Okay, and we are almost out of time, so yeah, let's just stop here. Right. Yeah. Have a good one.